Hi, everybody. Welcome to TVON. My name is Blair. Thank you so much for joining us. Happy Thursday. So glad you're with us tonight. We have 3 hours live from Los Angeles. All about shopping. Jewelry, beautiful gems, rarity galore. We've got it all for you today. I will mention right up front, there is a very special trio tonight. Now, I wish that, I've said it before, you know, we deal with such exotics that we don't usually have more than one of anything. And that is going to be the case painfully tonight because we have got something that if given the choice, if I had 200 of these rings, they would all sell out, yes, even on a show like tonight. So we're very excited about this Tanzanite trio. It's all going to be those sizes we love, 2.5 to 3 carats. Here's the deal. I have 3 only. They're coming up in a little bit. They're one of a kind. So it's a round, it's an oval, and then we've got a cushion cut for you. So they are outstanding. And you know what makes it really incredible is the diamond weight that you're getting as well. Tons of diamond weight to go with that. I think you're going to love them. So, well, I don't think so. I know so. And also, we have some pendants. If you want to go even larger, of course, we have more real estate on the neckline. So usually we can handle a little bit larger stone in that area. Well, we've got some really, really special stones here that are going to be 6 carats and 7 carat stones. The fancy cut. So something a little exotic, but they still go with all your other blue wings if you have the traditional stones. The ovals, the trillions, the cushions, the pairs, all of them, because the color is what you want to match. So we'll bring those to you. Incredible value there happening as well. And you name it, we got it. I would love your requests. If you have anything you're looking for in particular, we can help you out with those pieces as well. Bring you whatever it is you need to see, whatever it is you're looking for, whatever it is you're looking to gift. If you want to get a jump start on that holiday season gift giving, let me tell you, there's no better time than right now with the sales and the discounts we have going on. So really important day to shop. There's a Paraiba pendant that's here. Also have, okay, these are returning favorite. They're the Huggies, but they're the ultimate Huggies, and they're still going to be a 1/2 inch, but they are divine. Here's why. They've actually got 2 different types of diamonds. It's a 3-row diamond earring in a hoop, and yet they're petite in size. So they work for everybody, and yet they're not too small, because sometimes when we say Huggy, we're talking about the 1/4 inchers. That doesn't work for everybody. We've got the 1/2 inchers here. Beautiful diamonds, and they're even in 14 karat solid white gold. They show off beautifully, and they give you that width while still giving you a very wearable length. So we'll see those as well. It is just quite a day, and if you want to go in the jumbo size of hoops, we got those too. I've got our 3 carat 63s. In the diamond hoops that are the inside out, kind of like the ultimate. If you tend to be a little bit of a diamond diva and you can never get enough diamonds, those are the hoops you need. So also our highway ring is here. It is, listen, you know, it's one of our bigger rings we do. It's not 1 ring, it's not 2 rings, it's not 3, it's actually 5 rings all in one. Can you imagine what that would cost in today's cold era? Well, TVON to the rescue. We've got you a great value on that one as well. Rubies are here. Let's take a look at our designer piece to start the show. And again, if you have any requests, get those in. Happy to help you with those. All right, so let's talk about Citrine. We've been seeing some designer cuts to start the show, and they've been very popular. And this is where, again, just an incentive to be with us early always because, well, you're going to see something you haven't seen before. And that's what we have right here, which is 112-9248. And again, welcome on in. We got only 3 hours. It goes by pretty quickly. And so let me know if there's anything, again, you'd like to see sooner rather than later. We can always help you out. We can speed something up, bring it to you at your leisure. So whenever works for you. But this citrine, a really cool, almost like a trefoil type of cut. It's our 3 carat 93 on one side. The same design is replicated on the other. And then you've got, well, what else? Diamonds. Diamonds galore. There are 12 points in diamonds there on the other side of that design. So it's giving you a really beautiful look, start to finish, top to bottom. It is that east-west style. It's a little asymmetric. Instead of putting a stone like most every ring we all own and wear all the time, there's one stone. It's in the middle. It's on the middle of a band. Well, this is a little different with that asymmetry. And again, 12 points in the diamonds to go around one side. The stone alone on the left, that beautiful Madeira, that's going to be kind of on its own, right? We want to make sure that, show that off, show that design element you've got there. And then for reference, here's what it looks like on. Of course, there's fancy cutting, not just on the outside, but what's happening also on the inside. And you see that gleam. So one side meets up with the other here. It's like 2 different rings that you stacked without the difficulty of stacking. Sometimes stacking can be a chore, and this one you don't need to. It's all done for you, that east-west design. So an asymmetrical look, a fabulous citrine. Of course, next month is September, October, November. So actually 2 months from now, November's birthstone here in the citrine. Am I rushing November? Oh my goodness, how dare I? We can't rush November. We got to get through September and October first, and we will. So let's make sure we get this one home. How about an affordable price tag to start us off on a really cool night to celebrate jewelry, be together, and again, like I was saying last night, really show you some beautiful things that you may not always get a chance to own. And my goal, job, and also my passion, philosophy, and my purpose is to bring you values on the finest jewelry. That really is the mantra. It is no matter how, I don't care what's going on in the world. I mean, that's really what I'm here to do. I've been doing it for a lot of decades here. So this is what we're going to do, guys. We're going to make this a value. Forget about where gold's at. We're still bringing you gold. Did I opt to do sterling silver? Heck no. We're doing gold. We're keeping it in white on this one. We're sending it out in a hurry. And how do we do that? Under $1,000, not even $9.99. Just a really cool way to shop a really creative, inventive designer ring that is not something we've seen in the past, not something we've seen before. And we'll blow it out for, oh no, not even $888, not even $799. I'm going to make it $777. There's a cross. There is a beautiful cross pendant on the way, so alert to our cross pendant lovers and those that seek out something a little different. A cross pendant, we're going to bring you one of those tonight as well. And then, of course, we've got, diamond necklaces, full-on big diamond necklaces. I've got a new style in a larger rose cut. That kind of takes you back a little vintage era design. We're going to see that. Big Diaspores. And again, if you've ever wanted a 2.5 or 3 carat Tanzanite, today is your day. I would be with us probably right at the top of next hour is when we'll see those. I've got 2 that are over 3 carats, 1 that's over 2.5, and they are all one of a kind. And they are truly, I had a meeting about these mountings today because these are mountings I've sold for as long as I've been doing this. And yet the price tag on the mountings is something I don't think we're ever going to see them again, to be honest with you. And that is kind of staggering when you consider I've been bringing them for all these years on TV. And yet I think you're going to see these mountings for the last time just because they're just getting so pricey to create. So we'll be seeing those on the way tonight. You don't have to pay a pricey. We're going to do the discount. So it's going to be very exciting. Also, we have a variety of pearl that I have not had for you. And what do I mean by that? What's a variety of pearl we haven't had? Let's see. We've had the black pearls. We've had the golden pearls. We've had the pink pearls, the lavender pearls. What's missing? Have you ever seen anything like this? Look at this piece. This is, I mean, is it purple or is it pink? Is it lavender or is it blue? It is one of the most outstanding, amazing pieces to ever see. This is so exciting. And I gotta just say, if you want a pearl, look at this. It's freshwater. So this is gonna be our cultured pearl here. It's 1128825. So instead of like those really pricey South Seas, you're getting a cultured pearl here, okay? So no problem with that. It's most of what you see out there. We just kind of spoil you like no end, but we really do love this gorgeous color. So it's gonna be that nice wearable type size. Of course, we're actually throwing in the chain. Now this is all platinum. It's actually going to be our platinum 9.6 millimeter as we usually do. We're giving you a larger pearl, 9.6 millimeters on the freshwater cultured pearl. They're calling it silver. I would say no, and I don't see any silver to it. It definitely is a purple. And then it's got those undertones of that pink, and that is so outstanding as well. And we're coming in with the chain, roller link chain, and I'll show that to you from a distance. No diamonds on this one. Just all about, we're actually giving a little adjustability here. Here's what it looks like from a distance away, at least on the hand. I'll give you the length as I always do. The bail is lovely. This is a chain that's coming with it that's also in platinum. You're going to have a 15 and 16 inch. There's actually a little bit, you see that O-ring right there? A little bit of adjustability to build in, so you've got that going on as well. And then there's actually a really pretty bail. It's got a little detail to it that I find really fabulous to go with it, but still keeping it really classic. Aren't we returning to classics too more than ever? That minimalism is really just, again, something simple, something beautiful, something really rare, 3/4 of an inch top to bottom. And then I'll put it on the neckline so you can see it from a distance away to get an idea of what that's all about. Kind of has that, again, you see there, it's still passing for a real lavender, isn't it? Really unique styling on that one. And we'll send it out for a really good price tag. So come on in, it's time to shop. We've got some great one-of-a-kinds that are new, and you can see they actually set that, see there's that blemish there, that's in the back. So you see that hallmark on the bail. So when you see it here from this direction, that'll be the front. So pay attention to how you put it on, because when the bail is sitting against your neckline, it's going to keep that pearl facing one direction. It's not going to spin in that finding. So you're going to actually have a front and a back to it. So just pay particular attention to how you put it on, and you'll have that flawless look of that side, which they were really mindful to put that in with the front of the bail. So let's make this under $1,000. It will not be $9.99. Welcome into a big sale evening. Some great values coming your way. Those diamond hoops, I will preview them. I wish there were more. I'm lucky enough to have a couple of pairs, but man, do I just really, I'm limited on everything. So as usual. So just again, dial in early when you see something you love. That is the key to getting in. But let's make this $599 with all that gorgeous color. Remember, platinum throughout. That's the bail and the chain is coming with it. So I'm not going to leave you high and dry and leave you searching out in the rest of the world for an amazing chain. Let's just throw it on in, which, by the way, chains, that used to be easy to throw in chains. It isn't anymore. It's not easy because of, well, when I say easy, it's not affordable. It's easy for us to do it. We say, here's your chain. What's difficult is that chains, actually, I've been quoting the wrong price. I've been telling you for a while now, $600, $700 for a chain in gold. Well, it's actually gone up quite a bit. And I was working with some wholesalers just yesterday. What we're seeing is really, really different pricing now. That has gone up again with gold. So we're seeing another increase in the prices on your basics, on your staples, on your, what we call the wardrobe builders and classics, in their fundamental pieces you ought to own. This is coming with it. That's worth the price of admission for that chain. The fact that it's thrown in with the pendant, even better. So that's going to be $5.99. Let us know on that one. That's a one only, and we'll see who's got it. And then we're going to be on our way. We do have that citrine still here if you want that fancy cut. We started the show off with big Tanzanite deal coming up a little bit later. It's the top of the hour in 50 minutes. That's when we're going to see our big time Tanzanite trio. I cannot wait to share it with you. It is some of the best, and I have been a purveyor of Tanzanite values for a long time now, and yet I've seen us just, again, beating ourselves with value, really just making an amazing, amazing concession when it comes to how we're discounting these well-known best of the best stones. I think tonight might take the cake for the all-time best values we're ever going to see in some Tanzanites, and it's in this final call territory as well, where we know we don't have many left to go around either. So that's going to be crucial. Keep that in mind, and let's get on with it. We got a really special, beautiful cross pendant I want to show you as well. We've got some great earrings that are pink sapphires, this month's birthstone, I might add. So kind of nice to see a little sapphire action, but in a more rare and unusual color, like the pinks that we're giving you right here. And that's a lovely, you know what, I'm going to scrap those. I'm not a fan of stones that have windows, and they both do. So let's just, I don't know. I can buy those and give them away. Do a little donation thing. But let's take a look at this. I have got a really good Diaspore here, and this is our Diaspore oval. Now that is usually what we see for $5,000 or $6,000. The bright kiwi greens together with the purples and the red flashes, that is indicative of what it's going to change to when you actually have a full color change take place, and of course your incandescent lighting. What we're seeing here is an oval stone that is already delivering that bright clarity. You know, sometimes they can look a little bit, there's a clarity issue the stone has. Usually it's going to be a tough one to get ideal clarity out of. Well, here, 1125736, it's a one only, as most of my pieces tonight will be. But that is going to be our 2 carat 72, so still a really nice, beefy size for you in this Diaspore. Rare as can be, certainly, you know that. But then look at that color. Some of the best colors, bright greens. There you see it, the bright, true kiwi greens. It's a very specific type of green. Kiwi is such a great descriptor because that is a very unique kind of a lighter shade of green. You're definitely getting that here. Plus, it's going to be one of our better values. I just cannot believe what we're doing on Diaspores. You know, these have been going up rapidly for a long, long time. It's one of those collectors' darlings. Everybody in the trade is looking for it. And I know there's a big wholesale trade show about to kick off in about a couple days. That's on Monday. We'll be seeing some later kind of upgraded or updated price tags on the Diaspores, but they have been all like $3,800 a carat in recent trade shows. So this is not an inexpensive stone, even though that's how we like to operate with our Diaspores. That's not the norm. That's not what you see out and about, and that's really crucial to remember when you see what we do on the 272 that you're getting here. Plus, it's got, well, it's a fabulous, fabulous buy. We're making this a lot better than even, you know what, $29.99 is not going to suffice tonight. We're looking for a value on everything we do. How about this really large mounting that's got all the cutout details? Think of it like a chevron meets a leaf style that's happening together, and it all comes up and is like a knife edge style, which means it comes to a point at that outer edge, and then you see there how it wraps into the diamonds. That's going to give you a little chevron detail on the sides as well. Has that brightness, has that clarity, which is really tough to come by in this rare of stone. And you see there almost 3 carats in size. One blowout, one main event price tag, one caller gets it. It's under $1,000, and that is one of the cleanest and brightest, and yet that is the one you get because I only have one, and it's only $9.99 to get that gorgeous piece to you. And it does have a little bit of elevation the way it sits up, and you can see that it's not just diamonds on the sides that you get surrounding your stone. They actually wrap around the edges as well. You see them around the profile of the ring also. That's important too. So $9.99, one only. Good luck on that one. It's a fabulous piece. Look at the bright pinks. And there's a little bit of a turquoisey blue coming through as well. It's like turquoise blues and greens. You have the really wonderful purples and reds, and it's $999. We are going to move jewelry tonight. This is not a day you want to sit back and go, you know what, I think I'll just let everybody else have all the fun. This is a time to pick up the phone and say, you know what, I see these values. And this is like going back in time to a different era of pricing. And maybe you're a reseller. Maybe you're somebody who's doing some great gift ideas. Whatever it is, this is a day you want to take advantage of these values, like $9.99, and then we'll get our cross pendant up here, which is our one and only as well. And then again, let me know if you like the citrine, if you want that beautiful pearl, that lavender, kind of aqua lavender pink that we had earlier. Love to get that one home as well. You'll be very proud. And then we've got some big, big rubies on the way as well. So bringing out some patriotic stones in significance of the day today being such an important historical and somber day in our history. So we're going to bring out some really good patriotic red rubies that are going to have those beautiful white diamonds. And of course, I love a ruby because it's actually more patriotic than you might think, because it's got the red and the blue. The secondary of the blues comes with that Burma material that we love so much. So, all right, last call on that one, $9.99, big Diaspore. What a thrill to have that one. Let's start with this next cross pendant on the hand here. I'm going to upgrade you here to 18 karat gold as top and as fine as a metal gets these days. And look at the size of this one. That is a stunner. Now, the key with this one is the designer element. And you're probably thinking, I've never seen a cross have that much reflection or shine to it ever before. I don't know if I have either, having sold over $1 billion worth of jewelry. It's really tough to get stones that do this without having enormous individual stones. Let me explain. 111-8579. It looks as if you have all individual large emerald cuts, does it not? I mean, I don't know if anyone's gonna, I think you're probably gonna say, I don't know how that could be anything but a large emerald cut stone times 6, where they go stack up and down the middle and then they go across the way as well. Hidden bail, I really wanted this one to be sleek, so instead of adding a lot of extra utilitarian type kind of looks and findings, we kept it sleek by putting that bail behind that top portion, giving you a lot of room for your favorite chain. And then also that way that you're seeing the reflections. If you know emerald cuts, you know they're the most expensive diamonds out there, especially when they automatically have to have a fine quality, a fine color. It just is it's an easy stone, it's an easy cut to show off when there are flaws. When there are anything that's an obstacle in diamonds, any body color, any inclusions at all, it's easier to see that in an emerald cut, especially the bigger they go. That's why they get so pricey when you see the emerald cuts out there in the world of natural diamonds. It's 18 karat gold, you get a carat 06, but it's not emerald cuts, it's the baguettes. The 9 points in the rounds, this is what it looks like, 1.25 inches top to bottom. And we are looking at a lovely piece. Here's what it looks like on the neckline for you as well. So you can see how even from a distance away, it's shining, it's shimmering, it looks great. And then we take it back up close because this is where the grand reveal is happening. This is where you get to see exactly how this is created to make that look of emerald cuts without having to spend like $2 million. Because if those were individual 3 karat emerald cuts, you're gonna have a very pricey piece. Right? 3 carats times 6, lots and lots going on there. So instead, we get to make it a lot easier than a 20 karat or an 18 karat diamond necklace would be. We get to make it affordable for you. Keep in mind, there is only one. This is how your 18 karat gold is finished. Each one has its lovely basket, sets it up elevated, which is why there is just light. It's not just coming from the top surface. You're getting light that's accessing those stones from the back, from the sides, which is only helping those stones look as amazing as they do. Again, you can have the best diamonds in the world. They still need a lot of light. They're going to look better when they have an exposure to a lot of light, and that's what these stones do. And it's less than $59.99. This, to me, I know we've done a lot of crosses over the years, many, and I'm just really wanting to move it quite a bit so you can really see that kind of reflection. There's a mirror-like type of finish that you see off each and every one of them. You know why it's better than I wear an emerald cut diamond every day, and I adore the thing. I mean, it's, it's an important ring. So it's, you better like it, right? You wear it every day, you put it on your left hand, you wear it. I gotta say, when you're talking about emerald cuts, even one individual larger emerald cut, there's only so much shine it can give. The fact these are actually stacks of baguettes doing the same thing an emerald cut does, but there are more than one together in each section, that gives you more flash. It gives you more fire. It gives you more of that mirror-like reflection that we're talking about. So that's what really sets it off and makes it distinctive and different. And it is no longer 5,000, 4,000, 3,000. Are we really going backwards on 18 karat gold? And not to mention a carat 15 in the diamonds all the way throughout what is over an inch in your length. And it is not going to be even $30,000, $2,000, or no, we're going to do $1,999 first caller on that one. And there it is again, front, back, and you can see that hidden bail. The length of that top section, that's all bail. So if you have those DBTYs or something a little bit thicker in your chains that you want to use together with this one, feel free to go ahead. It's going to work for you on that bail. So it's a really precious piece there. And of course, nothing like a really distinguished cross pendant, especially if you are somebody who likes to wear one every single day. Maybe you're even going to wear this paired up with a smaller version, or you like the idea of stacking different sizes together. You've got that option here, and this will probably be one of your larger ones, certainly with that 1.25 inch plus top to bottom. Okay, so in just a moment, I'm going to preview the diamond earrings we have that I'm very excited about because they'll work really nicely. It's actually the same designer. And these, I'll tell you, they were on the show. A very similar version was on the show a few months back. And we only had, I think we had 10 pairs then. And they sold out in less than 60 seconds. Ever since that moment, I've been trying to bring them back to you. So what we're doing here is finally they're back. Finally they're here. This is the most wearable, I think, of a hoop we've done, but they're so elite in the way they bring you that triple row in the diamonds. Of course, the baguettes down the middle in your center channel, then the rounds outside of that as well. So it's really just making for a different look and quite bold for a 1/2 inch style in a hoop. It's going to be 112. 8511. I was going to save these, and I think we probably still will, just to let everybody kind of get here and gather, because we know we don't have even as many as we had last time, and last time they were gone in less than 60. So want to make sure that we're aware that those are coming up right around the bottom of this hour, just a few to go around, and it's going to be the 36 points in the baguettes and the 37 points in the round brilliance. They are back. Tell a friend if you know somebody who's been waiting for a really spectacular diamond hoop that still gives you the smaller size, so I think that makes them wearable, because not everybody goes for a 2 inch like I have later. I have the 2 inch inside outs that we'll see later. That's not for everybody, certainly not. But we do have this size, which is going to be that 1/2 inch, but they give you such a presence. And you know what? It's the first style I've seen us do in this smaller stature, smaller diameter, that still has the button release, which I know how many of us love and look for at this point. So you do have that as well. So very excited about those. All right, so those are coming up about 8 minutes from now. Just want to get everybody ready for those. And then here it is, maybe the most spectacular diamond necklace we've ever had, a 101 white diamond just in the middle. Usually when we see a 1 carat diamond, it's in a ring. And a lot of you go, I don't need one. I already got one. I don't need a big center diamond. I need a necklace to go with my diamonds, and that is how you do it. This is actually our yellow center stone here and the white diamonds around it. So that's going to be the 1 carat exactly on the square cushion cut and 75 points around it. And then look, the entire necklace is done with this mirror finish link style, which gives you quite a sheen on its own. And then you've got some of the extender chain to make it adjustable for you. So that'll be coming up as well if you are in to the diamonds. All right, so those are coming up in just a few minutes. And before that, we have got, okay, it is almost ruby time. Don't forget we had that great Diaspore. I did bring back one of our bigger yellow diamonds from also a very well-known designer. Last time we had these, oh, were they popular? And now we have what looks like the biggest one I've seen. And just going to get the fingerprint off that one. It's a Marquise cut, actually. It's a Marquise in the yellow, but it's one of those that sometimes we shy away from a Marquise because they tend to be very narrow, and then they don't always look as they don't look like they give you a lot of wow when they're really narrow. They can look a little bit too narrow where they're not giving you a lot of size or carat weight. This one has that really nice side detail, so it kind of bows out in a really big presence, and is giving us in turn a lot more look than it even weighs. So item number here is 8832. It's our 18 karat gold design. I think that's worth pointing out yet again. Just like we had the 18 karat gold cross pendant, now we're seeing an 18 karat gold two-tone in a one-of-a-kind ring here that's going to give you your large yellow diamond, and that's a 101 Marquise, and then the 16 points of the additional, which is that direct first halo, and then outside of that keeps building. But look at the sides, those two big trillion cuts that are on either side. It's going to be another, it always astounds me, 25 points. I'm going to go with it, but I think you're getting a little bit more, because I'm wondering, it is my thought that they only included the diamond weight on the round white diamonds, and they skipped one thing. Those big trillion cuts that you have on the sides, those could be close to a 1/4 carat individually. So I think something's missing there, which is great because it means you're not paying for the really most important part of the white diamond equation there, which is those 2 trillion cuts you have. So it also, I think, leads a little bit less bridal when it's a Marquise. That's my own kind of personal opinion on it. When you see that, oh yeah, look at that. See, nobody would look at that ever and think 1 carat center. Nobody. Because of what it's a couple things. You've got the 2 aspects together. The first is that you've got the larger Marquise that gives you that width. The second is that it's the halo that matches around it. So what that's doing is giving your eye a lot more to look at, a lot beautiful border there to just give you the bigger presence, and only the one here. I would say 25 points white diamonds minimum. And what we're gonna do is mark it all the way down. There is only this one. So that is crucial to keep in mind. Just one here, that's all I've got. 18 karat gold. I don't have any platinum here. Did you guys see that? Let me look. Did you guys see a marking on the inside that I didn't see because I don't have it listed as platinum? It's all 18K, yeah. All 18 karat, just 2-tone, yeah. Sometimes when we see the 2-tone, might be platinum. It's all 18 karat white and yellow. So yes, you can do white gold, and you can do that by doing the rhodium. So that's what we have here. And yeah, not all metals, like sterling's a white metal and platinum's a white metal, but sometimes it's 18 karat gold where we give the rhodium a little help here to make that what is typically yellow gold out of the earth, that white gold appearance. So that's how that works. But it is an as-is piece. It is a lovely design, and it kind of brings you into the world of Marquise while still giving that really important look you're getting. And it's less than $79.99 today as well. And yes, those hoops are coming up momentarily. They're going to be so much fun to have, and all that. There's a lot of gold, a lot of structure to those hoops. I think you're really going to appreciate them and enjoy them. But our first things first, got to get the $79.99 out of there because I don't want to intimidate you here. This is a big day for jewelry. It's a big day. It's a big moment. It's a big savings on everything I bring to you. So we can't be showing you $79.99 without warning that everything is coming down in price tag. Everything is going to be lower than you see it for. So it's a great time to pick up what you love and what you're thinking about and what you wanted, or make a request and let us help you out with those pieces as well, because this is not a time to sit back and wait for the end of the year or next year when you think like, again, oh, is jewelry going to go up? Well, if you heard it on the news today, it was actually one of the 6 things that has gone up more than anything. So if you're shopping outside the TVON world, and that's, I think, you know, unfortunately, a lot of people just go, oh, jewelry's more money today, I can't handle it. You still can handle it when you're shopping with us, because we're not doing the adjustments in price tags that you see everywhere else, right? That's just a little tip here. I mean, you know, if you watch, we're not getting that extra, you know, it's one of the things that's gone up more than anything, and gold has a lot to do with that. And it was odd. It was a weird list. It was like car repairs, tomatoes, jewelry, and a few other things. I'm going, okay, well, there it is. Yep, the diamonds and the tomatoes, you know. I don't know. If you're a salsa lover like me, you like your salsa and you like your jewelry, you're sunk. Yeah, you're not going to be able to afford to enjoy the things you love. Well, we are actually going to be really that difference maker, and we do it every single day. Yes, go ahead, Victor. Okay. Yeah, there is. I've got everything she needs right up here. Does she want to see anything? Blue sapphire from last night, and maybe a rose gold diamond ring? You got it. I'll show you what we've got. So in the meantime, let's go ahead and send this out. And you know what? Whenever we get a chance, can we turn that thing off? Because I'm really, yeah, I don't know what that wind is blowing in, but it's not making my nose very happy, and I sound like I'm like pneumonia ridden up here. So sorry, guys. We'll shut that down so then I can hopefully breathe a little bit better, and then we'll be able to carry on. But yeah, it's like being in the Arctic. A blizzard. But let me show you this. This is our first one, and this is a nice little, wow, that's a nice little revisit from last night, don't you think? Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I just don't want to be, you know, sneezing and wheezing all night long. But 8685 is the item number. So here we go. This is our gorgeous bright blue sapphire. Isn't that pretty? And this is platinum and 18 karat gold. So here we go, 2-tone with 2 different metals. And you've got your platinum. That's all that white metal you see there. Then you've got the 18 karat gold. It's a little bit, just sets the center stone and sets the diamonds around it. And then 101 on that pear shape. It's a smaller, kind of shorter, I wouldn't say small, but it's a shorter pear. You know, pear shapes are really elongated usually. This one's a little bit shorter, so it's actually going to be a little wider. It's got about the same width as it has length. And then you have this really fantastic way it's set among what I was calling last night a very sculptural, artistic look in jewelry, certainly, and it's going to be $1,199. It was part of a trio that I brought to you. Let me try it on just in case you did not see it last night with that two-tone element and that wider style that it brings you all the way around. So it's a really, it's got a little whimsy to it, but it's a serious piece of jewelry. It's got that weight. Again, it's a carat 101 with 10 points in diamonds. So there's just a few diamonds set around it. They look almost like they're floating. That's all intentional. They elevated that sapphire and the diamonds around it to all make it look like it's floating up among this wider band of mostly platinum. Again, it's just a little bit of 18 karat gold. It sets the diamonds on the sapphire, and then the rest is all about that metal content that is so heavy. So that's $11.99. And then let me show you another recap request. This is our diamond band, and I'll show you. We actually have a couple available here. So that one's gone. And then here's our rose gold ring. She heard that I emailed her earlier. We don't have the other one in the rose gold any longer, but I do have the rose gold in this particular style, which is going to be, look at this, different sizes here. I've got the white gold and the rose gold, and that's all we have available in this particular style, which is 1110546. And it's also a really cool ring to wear in abundance of ways, really stacked, pinky ring, index finger ring. I mean, really, you could stack them up and down the hand, all across the hand if you'd like to. And we will be getting back to that yellow diamond as promised, but just wanted to make sure that these requests are taken care of because I know we all have busy lives and places to be and things to do. So here is our 10 point, it's like a 2-row. It is like, that's all one ring, but it's like a 2-row you've stacked. So incredible value here. And that is $3.99. Now I'm going to show you the white gold on the hand here. Just 2 ways to wear it because you see the one band is all mirror finish gold with the second row all done in diamonds top to bottom. So it goes halfway around in one row in diamonds, and then the second row that's got more gold to it, that's going to actually be your centered up diamond. Here's what it would look like as a pinky ring. Look at that. Isn't that great? So pinky ring, thumb ring, I think that could go anywhere. Just showing you kind of the two extremes here on the hand. In the rose and in the white gold, it's only $399 as you'd like to go about your diamond band collection. Kind of a different way to do a diamond band. And even though it was requested, you can go ahead and grab those because it looks like the rose gold's going to be gone, but I have the white gold available for you if you'd prefer it. So, and we love our white diamonds and our white golds. That's always a great choice to make. I always say, if you're not sure, go with the white diamonds and the white gold and you'll love it. So there they are, the white diamond band in the white gold or the rose. You can let me know on those. Then we'll go back to our yellow diamond and we will revisit that one just so we get that full complete presentation. And then we'll get to our diamond hoops as promised. Yes. You're very welcome. My pleasure. Always, always. All right. She's one of my 24, so she's like me. She never sleeps. She'll email me at 4 a.m. and she'll be like, I don't even know if she knows where we live, but we're on the West Coast. She's on the East Coast. she's like, oh, hey, you're up early. And I'm like, no, just never went to bed. We're just got home, just, ready to help you. But that's going to be, I'm glad we had what we needed there. So I'm so glad when pieces are, go where they're meant to be. That's always I believe in that. I think sometimes pieces are really meant to be moments. So I'm glad we had that for you. Now here's a revisit to 8832 with the 101 and then that minimum carat weight we'll talk about. And that's actually going to be, well, I know our hoops are coming up, so get ready for those. And they make a beautiful stackable as well in the hoop earring that we're going to see. But first things first, our big $79.99 value. No doubt a great price tag on a ring like this. I'm going to come in a little closer. That is a VS stone in the middle, by the way. We still grade our bigger yellows. Even though yellow diamonds, pink diamonds, purple diamonds, green diamonds, sometimes they don't need a grading. We're just happy enough that they're natural colors. But here we've still got that VS quality we love in that bigger 101 center, and you've got a great value here. $2,999 for one collar instead. So certainly makes for a great value there if you want to go a bigger yellow with that bright sunshiny color. It's got all that color we love, and then the halo immediately around it, just giving you the look as if it's a 3 or a 4 carat. I've had 3 and 4 carat yellow diamonds, obviously not all that recently in the Marquise, but they've been here in the past. They were always quick to go. I mean, they were some of the first, when we first started bringing yellows, they were very popular. Everyone wanted the bigger stones. So we brought them out and they were sold within moments of debut. But that's where, again, you get that look without paying the price tag. It's certainly a 3 or 4. I've got 3 carat yellow diamonds, nothing in the 4 carat, but I've got 3 carat yellow diamonds, but they're just, again, you're going to see $25,000 and $35,000 just depending on which one you choose. So it's definitely nice to be able to get that look without paying that much bigger price tag. And here, getting that discount like $29.99. Okay, so now the hoops are here. And there's a very specific reason they are coming out this early, and they are that 1/2 inch. So this is really where, for those that like a huggy style, you're going to get that. But I know the 1/4 inch styles are just too short for so many different earring wearers out there. And this, I'm going to see if they're actually going to sit up on their own, because this is the direction that they're, let me see if you can see everything I want you to see. And of course, you're going to see them on. That's really what I think everyone waits for, is to see them on. But 8511 is your item number here, and they are dazzling. They've got the big baguettes running in a channel right down the middle, flanked by a row of round brilliants on either side. Take a look at that. So this has, and this is the side profile, because this is unique in a size like this, to get that 1/2 inch, but then to get that button release. That's so important as well. So that's a really big moment to see. And obviously this one's not going to sit quite the same as the other one, but that's the one I'll be trying on for you. So you can just see how they're going to look running vertically, rows. Obviously you have your channel in the middle of the baguettes. We were just talking about the beauty of baguettes. This would look great, by the way, with that cross, if you still would like to pick that one up. But given the fact you've got your 14 karat white gold and a total weight of indeed over 70 points in diamonds, which is really outstanding, because that's packing a lot of punch into a 1/2 inch hoop. Usually a 1/2 inch hoop has, I've had 1/2 inch hoops here that have 10 points in diamonds. This is major. We've had them before. It was a long time ago. I promised you I would pull strings. I would do everything needed. I would do my best to bring them back. Here they are. This is just, and I only have a couple pairs to go around. So when you think, and last time I had 10 and they were gone in less than 60 seconds. If you think they're gonna last all night long, if you think you can call an hour from now, probably not. Just based on the fact that this is something so wearable and so deluxe, because even though I've had plenty of 1/2 inch hoops, you're getting 73 points in diamonds here, almost 3/4 of a carat. Wait till you see one on the ear. They're stackable as well. You see me all the time wearing 1/2 inch hoops in the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. I wear them also. This is a size I love to wear in the way up top, in what we call the helix, that area. I mean, really, this would be a size that works there. Just saying, just in case anyone's out there looking for that style to work for you. Here's what we've got instead of, and this is just a thrill. This is a big moment for our hoop lovers out there, and especially if you're looking for something more petite that still really gives you the wow factor. Here's what they look like. Excuse the little, I think there's just something on them. I need to give them a nice cleaning. It's gonna be tough with that recessed row of the baguettes, but here they are. So you can see how really kind of chunky they are. And there you see that 1/2 inch length that they have. Full click enclosure. I love this too. They're a straight post. A lot of times you get a 1/2 inch, and they tend to have that curved post, which can be really, really tough. I'm going to take these out of view here because it's going to take 2 hands to get that open, just with nails. But what we're going to do here is take them all the way on down. I know there's a price tag that they're supposed to be, and I was not a fan. I was not a fan of this price tag if we're going to get them out the door for a second time. I know when we first brought them, and this was months ago, so things have gone up a little bit in the last few months. Well, this was months ago, and they sold out at a higher price tag. So I'm very excited about what we have here to bring to you. I do want to show them on, because this is what I'm talking about. When you're talking about an extreme quality, when you're talking about a beautiful design, something that is white gold only, by the way, because we're showing off again how really important those diamonds are. So they're going to stay in the white gold. You see how they're giving more width to them. You reach behind, you unlock that post, so you're not pulling them apart, which you know can be detrimental to the post, and then they never lock properly. So instead, you reach behind the hoop, you actually just push the button down. It's really simple. And then it releases the post. And then all you do to put them on is simply click them closed. So that's all you do, is push them. And when you hear it click, they're locked and ready to go. And now we've got what used to be, remember these at $18.88, all sold out. This was months ago. They should be more here today. We are not asking for more. We're not even asking for $18.88. Come on in, and especially if I can only, right now, like I'm tempted to put them all the way up the ear, except I only have the one pair here in the studio. But I'm going to tell you right now, I would put them and stack them all day long. If you're like me and you buy hoops not as a single pair, but you need to buy 4 and 5 and 6 pairs in hoops, do it now, because I don't think they're ever going to come back. Certainly not at the value I'm going to give you today. Let's go back to the close-up. I want to show that to you again so you can see up close how beautiful they are. It's the dimension for me. Also, the way that that middle row is set down a little lower than the rows on the side with the round brilliance. That is amazing. And we're going to take them all the way down. This is incredible. They're not $14.99. These are the hoops you want to have. Wearable, beautiful, high-end with the two. I mean, the baguettes are such an elite quality of diamond to get. We love that too. And yet only white gold. Get a couple. Maybe you're getting them for gift ideas for other gals you know that love their hoops as well. But they like a lot of diamond weight without having to get that huge size. I mean, that's always the debate we have is, well, it's easy to bring you a lot of diamonds in a 3-inch hoop. Not everybody wants to have a 3-inch hoop. So what do you do in that case? You pack the bigger diamonds into the smaller diameter, because I'm a believer the smaller diameter is what makes them so unbelievably wearable. And yet you put them on every day. You don't even need to take these off. I think you could lay your head down on a pillow and sleep in those and you'd be fine. It's going to be comfortable enough to do that as well while you're still getting that width. I'm not even doing 14. Hold on. We've got 2 pairs already gone. Thank you so much. They've recognized the value. They see what's going on. You need to get them. Here's what the grand reveal, because I don't think I've told you exactly what we're working with yet. But it is good to know, especially if you're not on the phone lines yet, because they are going to fly. There are only 5 pairs. 5 pairs to go around for everybody. 5. And I would not be surprised if we have more than one going out to certain callers, where if someone says, I'll take 2, I'll take 3, well, that's going to cut into that quantity big time. 1 pair gone, 2 pairs gone. So like I said, 2 already gone. They're happy at $14.99. Are you ever going to be thrilled with this price? It gets better. Take a look. We're not even doing 14. I begged. And if you're asking, if you're going to email me and say, could you please talk to the designer, see if they can get more? Already did. Made that call this afternoon. We are stuck with 5. I can't get another. Don't ask me for a 6th pair. Don't ask about getting them in like later in November, December. This is the moment. This is it. And they're not 14. I know we're almost sold out. We have 3 pairs gone, 2 pairs left. That's it. Clearly, we're loving the $14.99. You are not paying 14 or 13 or 12. I am so excited about this. And I already said it. I mean, if you could be a fly on the wall of our offices a couple hours ago, I was begging to get more of these. I wanted 100 pairs. I knew 5 wouldn't be enough. They may already be sold out. They're not even $12.99, $11.99, $10.99. Operators, tell me how many you have, please, because I got to keep a very strict count on what we have going out. Can't oversell, as you know. I wish I could. I'd sit here all night and sell those earrings, but they're not even $10.99. This is unheard of. They're $999. And that will be an earring you live in. And it doesn't get any higher end. 73 points in diamonds when you get 2 different varieties brought together like that. Those are the good ones. $9.99. Who's got a pair? I know we're keeping a strict count. We can't get anyone through at the moment. So bear with us if you're waiting on hold. You might be there for about 30 seconds. But we will get you in. I mean, that is just too much value. Again, should be $18.88. Now they're not. That is incredible. $60 seconds. I know we've got operators across the country, so it's hard to tell. Are they getting a pair of earrings too? Let me know if they're getting a pair as well. I know we've got some folks working remotely, so I'm not sure if they're getting a pair as well. If so, we may be sold out already. So we've got to keep a close eye on that. But again, last chance, last call, $999. Don't miss out on those. Please do not. That is too big a value. Great savings there. You've got to make sure you get in on those. Please do. 30 seconds left. I'm going to sit here until they sell out. And I don't know if they are or not. So again, I'll wait to hear, but it is really critical and crucial you dial in on those at $9.99 and get a couple. If you've got more than one piercing, they look so good stacked. They really do. I'm really about like taking the same earring, and usually I'll just stack them all the way up the ear. Sometimes it's studs, sometimes it's hoops, sometimes I'll mix and match, but there is something so key about getting that kind of value. And again, that button release is so important because we've all been there where we've all had a hoop, and that's usually how they're made in fine jewelry. Usually it's just a snap bar closure, and there's a little notch at the end of the post, and it literally just, you push it and you pull it, and you push it and you pull it, and you push it and you pull it. And if you're doing that once a day, listen, it only takes one time. And if one time at one point in time on any open or close, it bends or tweaks a little bit, suddenly that closure will never be the same again, and you'll never have that locked mechanism work properly. And so you prevent that with this style. This style has that button release. That's what's really important there, so you will never ever be able to, because it's all inside. It's the mechanics are inside. The lock is inside. So it's not something, you don't have to force it. You don't have to be rough with your earrings. You don't have to worry about ever changing that post direction and then having it not fit properly and lock properly. Instead, it just always works, and that's important. And it's really easy. It's really easy. Just easy to secure, easy to take off. We love those. How are we doing on the quantity? Can I have an update from anyone who knows? Oh, they're gone? Oh, well, that's a good thing I asked. Okay, those are gone. Congratulations. Kind of figured that was going to happen. And then here we go with, I got to show you this tourmaline. It's awfully pretty. It's like a beautiful pinky golden. It's like it's a Paraiba is really what it looks like. But it's a tourmaline, and it's a very big size. Impressive there, isn't it? So that's going to be our pink tourmaline. It's a nice big size. Don't forget about that yellow diamond Marquise cut, because all the pieces go. This happened again last night where, people we're kind of getting, late arrivals. They come in a little late to the party, and then pieces are either gone or they go near the end. So make sure you pick up pieces. You guys are getting that first dibs opportunity on everything, which is really important. So here we are with the pink golden tourmaline. So clean. 1128124 is your item number. That's our 545. And it is out of the Congo, which is one of the newer discoveries of tourmaline, and really, really lovely. So a beautiful look. It's the clarity from me that really gets me, how beautiful and bright that is. And then, of course, this deconstructed halo down the sides. That would be, wow, 82 points in the diamonds. That's lovely. So it's a true pink orange. We're grading it as a pink orange. We're talking about it in that perspective, describing it as such, as a pink orange. I'll try it on for you. Victor, she didn't happen to mention, when you talked to our gal, Miss M over there, she didn't mention this ring. I don't know if she saw it. I sent her an email this because I just saw it. I thought, I think it goes back a year or two, but I feel like she missed out on something like this. So I don't know about you guys, but I saw this today and I just about lost it. This is one of the more unique designer styles. And I ask you, what do you think that carat weight is on that ring? Because I played that game earlier and I thought, that's got to be 2.5, 3 carats in diamonds, maybe more. It's a carat 34. It's in rose gold. It's 18 karat, yet the white diamonds are so bright, and yet you've got the rose gold kind of like this figure 8 meets this really cool diamond shape that rocks all the way through the piece. I mean, what do you think? Isn't that a great cocktail ring? Maybe index finger ring. I could see it here or here. I just want to flash that for, again, my diamond girls out there who really want something distinctive and unique, and yet very wearable, because the width of that ring, the length, it's all brought together by a pretty classic shank. So you don't need to worry too much about, is it going to be hard to wear? And this one's probably, it looks like a teeny size right now. So I'm going to work it on my middle, but it's probably not going to fit on the index finger, but we can size it for you to work where you need it to. But look at how beautiful that is. And it's, again, that same kind of style we saw with the cross earlier, where it looks like these bigger emerald cut diamonds. It looks like 3 here and 3 up and down the center and another 3 on that side. So it looks like you have 9 emerald cut diamonds that are about 1 carat each, and instead they're made up of the baguettes and the round. So beautiful with the cross pendant. Just wanted to show it. There's a huge clearance price. Those are designer pieces. So just wanted to highlight that because that is quite the ring. But here we go with our pinky golden tourmaline. 545, 82 points. Let me try that on for you as well, so you can see the size is important here too. And then how about it? Lots of spark to that stone, has that beautiful brilliance to it, and a great clarity. And that one will be, oh, we're blowing this one out too, a $69.99 ordinarily. We're still just carrying on with the sale. Except 10% off? No, I'm giving you better. Better than 10% off everything you're shopping for. So if you were disappointed that the sale was over and you missed it, or maybe you just missed those values, well, I'm making them even better right now. This is not $69, $59, not even close. We're blowing it out right now. It's under $3,000 for what gives you Paraiba colors together in a natural tourmaline. And let's not forget, the tourmalines don't get treatment. Like a lot of stones do, heating, all kinds of treatment. Not here. It's a stone that receives no treatment whatsoever. That can be said for all the great tourmalines of the world and all the great colors we see. Copper bearing, not copper bearing, they're natural in and of their natural state. And this is going to be actually less than $3,000. Not even $29.99. Big time value here. Let's go to it. Let's make it yours. And let's send it out right now for $2,699 instead. So a major value, yes. What? Did she just get a glimpse of that ring? Wait, was I right? Does she like it? I'm feeling like she missed out. Am I right? Did she miss out on something like that? Sometimes you know, when you shop together with people for a long time, maybe you're this way with your best friends or your mom or your sister or whoever it may be. This one's gonna need my help, but let me at least zoom back so you can see the whole thing at once. It is remarkable. And it's, again, there are those baguettes and rounds put together, but do you love it? And we're gonna size it for you so it can be worn anywhere on the hand you want. So it's only about a size 6 right now, but look at that, what it does. And if you're a rose gold fan, well, and it doesn't take away at all from the white bright diamonds you have, but it's in rose gold, it's 18K, it's item number 5026, and I am thrilled about, see, I wasn't gonna show this. You know, I've had this ring for a long time. I wasn't gonna show it at $8,999. But when discounts happen like this, and it becomes better than a sale price, then that's where we make it happen. Look at that, triple split shank in the rose gold. It actually is white gold too, just a bit on the sides. Everything is set in rose gold through the middle, but the side 3 on either side, left and right, are done in the white gold, so just keep that in mind. So it is two-tone, but mostly rose. And the whole back of the ring is rose, and you see the finishing and that great under gallery detail. It's all rose gold. This is going to be, I mean, I'll tell you, these are some of the most important pieces you can get. 73 points in the baguette, 61 points in the rounds, 134 overall. It's remarkable. It's not even half of that price, $4,500. Sure beats 10% off, am I right? Now we're going to make it even better. It's not going to be 45, it's not 4,000, and it's not 3. And I'll tell you right now, if you take out every one of those diamonds and you just think about what that is in gold, look at this on the hand again. I know I just had it there, but I actually want to measure it for you, because look at this. It's over an inch in length, but it's not complicated to wear thanks to that classic style shank in the back. And there you can see it is an inch and it's actually a little more than an inch and a quarter from one top to bottom measurement. So that's pretty impressive. And that will be, look at that, full range of movement. It's not complicated, it's not hard. I'm gonna make it $2,499, and that's how we put everything on a better than sale price on a day like today. And that's what we're doing. So no need to wait or hesitate on anything that you fall in love with in this fine jewelry show, because look at that. That's $24.99 for something with that magnificent diamond weight. I'm telling you right now, I've been around diamonds a long time. I know you guys know your diamond jewelry well. That looks like 4 or 5 carats in diamonds conservatively. It really does. And that's the beauty of those designs, because what would happen if it was 4 or 5 carats in diamonds? If it's $89.99 should be, for a carat 34, obviously marked it down for you today. But what would happen if it was 4 carats, 5 carats in all that different gold? Well, can imagine what the price tag would become. That's just outstanding, isn't it? I love it. Someone's going to take it. We're just going to find out who it is. We got a couple people hanging out here on the phone lines, all verifying on this one of a kind. There's also a big aqua, heart shape. Remember I had all the big aquas at the end of the show last night? Well, what we didn't have was a heart shape. I brought out an 8 carat 32 heart that is lovely, and that's going to be coming up as well. This is sold. Thank you so much. Enjoy. Here is that pinky golden tourmaline. Remember, we brought that down to $26.99 for that gem. And a reminder, we still have that yellow diamond, and you will see the highway ring. This is a kind of an outstanding piece that I'm a little shocked we're bringing out of value like we are, because it is 5 rings in one and 5 gold bands, each and every one of them covered in diamonds. And yet to see it at a value like what I'm about to do tonight, that's one to stick around for. Don't forget, we had our Diaspore under $1,000, our purple pearl. It was like a purple lavender color pearl. That was down to $5.99. Also had that really good citrine to start the show. Got that one down to a great price tag, $777. So a lot of great jewelry hanging out here from hour number 1, which is almost over. So keep that in mind. If you have any requests or want to see something from our previous 53.5 minutes, let me know. We can bring it back out for you. And again, thank you so much on that. Really incredible design. If only we had every ring as designer as that one is. It's pretty fabulous, isn't it? So a great way to go, and thank you. And just to confirm, those hoop earrings, the diamond hoop earrings, are sold out, yes? All 5 pairs gone, just to make sure? Okay, so we're making sure on that. All right, so it looks like It is go time now, and thank you so much. I'm so glad you're with us tonight to see all these special pieces. Again, that's our highway ring coming up a little later. I've got a very unique bicolor pendant here. Look at this one. This one is fabulous. Look at that. It's cool. This is almost like, there's a geometric about it. It's on the hand here. Okay, so I'm going to start with this one on the hand because I wanted you to see the size. Perspective, it's 1128045. So a couple things going on here. A lot of difference in the gold. You've got your yellow and your white. You've got the beautiful tourmaline down the middle, which is a little easier to see from this perspective because it's actually our 70-30 bicolor, so green and pink together, what we also know as the watermelon tourmaline. So you have that as well. And then you also have the diamonds up top and diamonds at the bottom. Look at that. And all those big, big bars of gold on the sides there. It's a $49.99 piece. Platinum and 18 karat gold this time around to your two-tone. Platinum and 18K, 2 carats 94 on the baguette bicolor, and then you've got 43 points in white diamonds, top, bottom, and in the bail as well. So it's a fabulous design, almost a half carat there in diamonds. Here's what the length is going to be. From a distance, you can see it's going to be 1 3/4 inches from top to bottom, so it is a sizable piece, and there's a lot of metal going on there. And then let's show it to you on the neckline as well, just to see the size against a bit more scale, because I think that's important as well to really see what that looks like from a distance. Now we get to take you up close to see what that's going to look like, so you can really evaluate the stone, the color, the clarity, all of that you've got right there. And what do you think? Those bars, I mean, this is a perfect example of that's custom made jewelry. That's what custom made jewelry is all about. Platinum and 18K, big one only here, and that watermelon tourmaline that even graduates, and that's not two stones that we fuse together. You don't take a green and a pink tourmaline and then glue them. That is nature. Doing that bicolor, doing that really cool, I love the graduation where you see where the colors meet. Instead of being a really stark line of demarcation between the colors, it does a little bit something softer where it almost transitions into a third color before you get into the pinks there at the base. So bail really nicely the way it matches the stone and the diamond bars that you have on the side. This will be our one only huge discount on our 5. Actually, was this $59 or $49.99? That's the sale price. Didn't get to show this during our 2.5 month long sale event, so I'm showing it to you now at well, that would have been $500 off. You would have had it for $4,500. Taking it a lot lower than that just to prove a point here. We can continue to drop all the prices on what you love and make it really simple and easy here, and we'll send it right out for $1,999. You know what? Let's skip that too. Skip it. Not going to do 19, 18, 17. Let's truly blow this out. There's so much metal. You can see there from the back side how it's built, how much width, and obviously the length, almost 2 inches in total length here on your piece. And it's going to be $1,699 instead. So a major, major moment for our tourmaline lovers. I love that it's 2 colors in one. Again, kind of feels like you knocked out 2 pieces of the collection there. If you've wanted, listen, it's impossible to own every color tourmaline. There are literally thousands of identified colors and blends of color in the tourmaline family, but it's nice to get those rare bicolors where it gives you 2 in 1, and you just get something that really, that is custom made jewelry. That's what designer jewelry is all about. So $16.99, one only. Let's see who's got that one. Then we're on our way. We also have a really, really important look at some Tanzanites. I mentioned that top of the hour. Well, it's coming. It's 2 minutes away. We're going to bring out the Tanzanites, the must-haves, the must-go, and we've got pendants and rings. So I'm actually going to do the rings first, and then we're going to bring you the even bigger sizes in the pendants, which is going to be kind of wild. But they're all coming up here next, and so get ready for that because we've got our round and our cushion and our oval, and they're also, much like the diamond earrings that sold out earlier, they're also going to be far more limited. I mean, one only of each. Just how it works with the Tanzanite world. So a reminder that our yellow diamond Marquise cut is also still here if you want to consider that one. There's our Marquise yellow, 101 in the center, looks a lot larger, halos around it, 2 halos, yellow and then white, and there it is close up. Just a reminder, that is one of our designer 18 karat gold pieces. So again, that super high end, that we love to see in 18 karat gold, but you're still getting that price tag of $29.99. So a big time value. Welcome to our show. Glad you're with us. We have 2 short hours left tonight. So anything you're looking for, I would love to hear from you. You see, we've satisfied a lot of requests already tonight, and that's wonderful to see because it means, hey, we got whatever you're looking for. And if it's not the exact piece, we might have something that works even better for you. You just never know. Plus, we're going to bring out a ruby special later. Some really gorgeous rubies are here. They're all Burma. Yes, Burma blue reds. All the pigeon's blood color here. And then we also have our Tanzanite deal coming up in 1 minute. So we're going to give 60 seconds to that yellow diamond to really appreciate and enjoy what that is all about in that rare kind of, again, wider Marquise that you have, which really just sets it apart from all the other basic Marquise cuts that you might see that tend to be a little bit, sometimes don't give us always the biggest look. I know how we always talk about ovals give you a bigger look in diamonds. We see that, we know that. There's certain cuts that just appear bigger than they weigh, ovals and pear shapes, and Marquise aren't usually one of them, but on this case, you've got that wider style, so it is. So it's Tansy time for our top of the hour. Reminder, one only of each, which is why if you want that 2.5 to 3, you need to start dialing now. Because I can tell you this, back in the day, before we had the museum reserves coming out to play, sometimes I would have 2 stones that were similar enough in size that if there was regular block D, blue wing block D, I could have 2 or 3. That's not the case anymore with the museum reserves. So here we are, top of the hour. Welcome to the show. I'm going to welcome you officially in a moment, but I want to set these up first so you can get a head start. Wow, look at this. So this is how we begin. And a reminder that having done this for a while, this is the kind of piece, and more importantly, the kind of value we would usually need to have at least 15 or 20 rings. I have one. One round, one cushion cut. Wait till you see these. Oh my goodness, the colors. And I argue they look bigger than what they even are, but they tend to be that size that a lot of us on the daily are asking for, and that is the 2.5 to 3. As far as wearable, and yet these are not little basic mountings. I need to tell you a quick little story because I know you've seen these mountings before. Whether it's our bridge, these are both the signature mountings just tailored to the stone shape that they have. So the oval or the cushion cut, but those are each part of our signature mounting collection that you have there. This is a little wild what we're about to do. And again, this is so important to take advantage of what we're about to do here because the price tag is so amazing. There are no 2 ways to describe this or to really tell you other than it is time to get on the phone lines right here and now. Welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us tonight. My name is Lauren Blair. This is TVON. If you're even thinking about them, remember the act of dialing the phone number and connecting with us here in the phone bank does not require you to make a purchase. It just actually conversely helps you to own the pieces you want when you see the incredible price tag I'm about to give because I highlight certain values at the top of the hour. Those tend to be the better values, the best values, the really important ones. This is a trio. You're going to choose your favorite. If you wanted one of all, if you want all 3, that's absolutely, I think, doable and possible if you wanted a collection of styles and shapes. But here's what we have. Oval, signature mounting. That's going to come with about 1.20 in diamonds, actually 1.28. If you want the round in the middle, that's actually a bridge where you got a couple rows running underneath and then top and bottom rows. Well, that round in the bridge is going to give you 70 points in diamonds. And then the cushion cut on the right side of your screen, it's a variety of the signature style. That one's going to have 82 points in diamonds. So the oval, I have a feeling, given that it's got as much diamond weight as it does, is going to go very, very quickly. These are museum reserves. So I have one of each. When I tell you they're going to go quickly, that doesn't even begin to cover it. I wish there was a way, and I wish there was a world in which I could bring you 20 or 30 of each. That is not possible. So please dial in early if you're even remotely thinking about any one of those 3. You definitely want to be in on the phone lines because they will go lickety-split, probably 60 seconds, maybe sooner, maybe faster. Take a look. Here's what we're going to do. And let me know, operators, if you have a favorite already. Round, oval, let me walk you through those carat weights again because this is what's important. These are the sizes that everybody seems to want. But also, the reason I can't bring them over and over and over, lack of stones is number 1, but do you know that there's a more critical part here? Even, let's just pretend that in a perfect world, let's just say I had 5 of every stone. Let's just say, for instance, hypothetically, if I had 5 of every stone up there, I still could never replicate these rings at this value. And that is because the mountings, being that there's a lot of gold going on in each of those mountings. I mean, this is not a small ring, no matter which one you choose. Look at this one. And they all have under galleries, every one of them. Under galleries, look at that. Look at the size of that signature oval. There's the signature mounting with the oval. And by the way, that's going to be the 258. So that's the 258. Here's the round and the bridge. That's going to be our 318. Oh la la, that's the 318. And here's another one that's over 3 carats. The cushion's also going to give you over 3 carats. They should be gone. Just say sold. You're going to be glad you did. That's the 3 carat. So let me walk you through carat weights now that you see them on the hand. 305 over here. 305 comes with 80 points in diamonds. 82. The round is the 318. That's actually the largest stone up there is the 318 round, very specialty cut, 70 points in the bridge. And this is the oval, the 258 with 128 in diamonds. Which one do you like? Operators, one only, each one. Let me know which one you're thinking about.
Thinking about the oval.
That is a good choice, especially if you are saying, give me the diamonds. Give me all the diamonds I can get. Do you realize we have enough people on the phone lines right now to sell them out? Assuming that everybody wants a different one. Look at the red flashes galore. You got it all going on here. So proud of this value that I'm about to do. Everyone call in if you like them. Okay, so I got 3 callers. That's it? Okay, just making sure everyone's here for the value because obviously they're going to go because here's the true story about this because I checked. I had a big meeting this afternoon with our jewelers and our team and everyone who creates the jewelry. Here's what you need to understand about the mountings. The mountings that are here that are sitting right there on that wheel holding those stones. So regardless of the stone size in the middle, the mountings have all gone up because of gold and because of diamonds. And even with our due diligence of trying to melt gold to remake pieces so that when we make new, they're still affordable for you so that we can keep values the way you like them. Honestly, it's still really tough. And I'm going to tell you right now that each and every one of these mountings, if you hear one thing I say the entire night, this should be it. Those mountings cost us about double what the price tag on your screen is going to be. That is just the mounting that's without the center stone because that's how they're made. First you got to cast the gold, then you have to set the diamonds, then you have basically your complete semi-mount, and then the last step is to set the center stone, and you do that, that's what ends up with the complete piece here. Well, the mountings by themselves need to be more money just as far as how we make them in our manufacturing facility. So there's never going to be a value like what you're about to see, which is why it's our top of the hour, which is why I'm saying call in early if you're even thinking about one of these. And why I know they're not going to last is because this is a major, major value. And there's no way they're going to stick around. So which one is your favorite? Round, oval, or cushion? You let me know. Here's what we're going to do. They're supposed to be, well, if we take the price into consideration here, it's a $4,500 mounting at least for whichever one you choose, at least. And then you add the stones. Well, that's another about $2,500 for the stone plus $45. That's a $7,000 ring just by putting it all together. $69.99, right? Instead, come on in. Come on in. I wish I had more. You probably think that's just something I say. No, one of a kinds. Call me early. We're already thinking about the oval. I wouldn't be surprised if there's more than one person thinking about the oval. Why not? That's where you get the tremendous diamond weight, probably the most classic setting style. Look at the way it's finished on the inside. And if you haven't dialed, please have a little faith in the top of the hour that you want to be here because there's a delay to the broadcast and you don't want to be stuck on hold while you hear your pieces go into somebody else. That is not a good recipe for happiness. And if you get in on any one of those 3, and I'm showing you the under galleries there, and they all stay in white gold just as they are. If you get in on any one of these, you're not going to be happy, you're going to be elated. There's going to be a thrill that you probably didn't know jewelry could bring. And I know a lot of us understand that jewelry is, if you're watching this show, it's probably a point of pride, and some of the most beautiful things you own is great pieces of jewelry. Really, truly important jewelry. That there isn't a more important Tanzanite than what I'm bringing you and offering you. It's not half this price from $7,000 to $35,000. We're going to save you a bundle here. And I kid you not, the reason they got to stay in the gold color they're in is because if we were to remake the mounting in a different gold color, it's going to cost $4,500 or more. You can see we're already below that price. That's with the Tanzanite. Just the mountings do cost $4,500 or more. That's not, again, I can't get around that because I wish, as much as I wish I could control gold and diamonds, I can't. So that's what we know to be true about how we proceed here with gold and diamonds. Please don't wait. Please don't wait. I'll go even lower than $35. There's a value happening. I think $29.99 is going to get all 3 out the door. Truth is, I'm not leaving them there. We're taking them even lower for you, and all you have to do is dial. Take a look. This is all you have to do. If you can get in, you're going to be thrilled. If you can get in fast, you're going to be living the good life with Tanzanite. And you're going to have some of the most incredible diamond mountings we've ever created, and yet they're not going to be 29 or 28, 27 or 26. It is definitely time to get going on these phone lines, because you will not have to pay $2,599. And let me know, oval round cushion. Here's the oval, there's the round, here's the cushion. And and one's gone. If ever you needed to see red flash, and we usually say the red flashes get a little shy when they're on TV, if they're already looking like that right in front of you, and that's the one you're going to get delivered to your house in the next few days, by the way, in your ring size, shipped to your home for free, full money back return policy. A lot of us forgot that existed, right? Because we went about 3 months without it. Everything was final sale for almost 3 months. Now, if you're thinking that's too good to be true, let me truly prove you wrong. Let me show you that it is happening. If you can be quick on the phone lines, you do not want to miss this, because what seems too good to be true would be anywhere else, but welcome to TVON. This is what we offer. This is what we bring. This is what we do. And you're not paying 25 or 24 or 23 or 22 or 21. Come on in. This is how you get the most magnificent Tanzanite that has ever been mined. There's only one place on the planet it's ever come from, and this is the highest end material that's ever been mined. So it's time to get in and get your own and experience the best. Yeah.
The oval ring, is it true to size?
It is true to size. It is true to size. And you want to see the back again? Yeah, you got it. That's the back of the ring. And it's not going to be 21. Come on in, everybody. I don't want you to miss it. The rare is the round. As far as the cuts, the rarity in the cuts is the round. So there's your finishing. Again, they're all 3 fully finished. There's nothing they lack. There's nothing they lack except the price tag they rightfully should be tonight, and we're not doing $2,099. This has got to be the best value I've ever given you in Tanzanite, and there have been a lot of them through the years. Let's make it $1,999, and it's yours to take and get it at home and see what you think. I'd beg you to get them back, but that's not going to happen, because when you know values and you know great quality, you've got it happening right here and now. Who's got the oval, who's got the round, and who's got the cushion? All right, so the round is sold. Let me try that on all by itself here, because the round is gone, and that's going to be item number 112-8446. Take a look at that. Wow, look at that. Red coming on through, $1,999. Enjoy that. Look at that. That's the most narrow one, so easy to wear there. Congratulations, 8446. I know we're verifying on our oval. We have the cushion in the oval. There's the oval on the left and the cushion on the right. And these are the big diamond weights. You get 82 points on the right and a whopping carat 28 in diamonds on the left side. In both finished on the inside, signature styles, and they're $19.99 a piece. Oh my goodness, that's rare. And that is the best. That's the best way you're going to spend $2,000. It's going to bring you so much joy to have a Tanzanite to that degree, to that level, that incredible red flash you're seeing for $19.99. And are we going to leave them here? And we can't get anyone through. Apologize for that wait time. Bear with us, they will all be gone. Yep, oh, everyone wanted the round, huh? All right, well, I can't convince you on the oval and the cushion. That is fine. You know that at least TVON won't have to pay for any shipping. I can tell you right now where they're going. 8 p.m. rolls around tonight. Those are going to Lolo's home, that's for sure. I may get my Tanzanite after all. I'd take them both. No, I would take them both. I'm going to give one and keep one. My mom, she doesn't have a blue wing block tea. She got a Tanzanite in the 80s before anybody really knew what it was. It was not a household name at that point. She got her first Tanzanite. She kind of had her finger on the pulse of new hot gems, and worked with a great wholesaler in downtown Los Angeles, and really was very proud to get, one of the first ones to hit the market. And yet, That was before a lot of people knew it existed, was those early 80s. Well, still not that good compared to the Museum Reserve Blue Wing Block Ds. Did anybody take nobody, cushion or oval? No? All right, we'll keep them. Wow. That's not what I expected. I get it. We've had a lot of them over the years. We're getting to that point where we're winding down on what we'll ever see going forward. But there is your value at $19.99 with an incredible diamond weight. Let's just put out the information. Maybe that's on me. How about 8064 for the oval? We'll just move these over just a bit so you can see 8064 will be the carat weights, the 258 on the oval with the 128 in the diamonds. So there's all your information for what you see on the left side. And then I'll swap out the graphics. We'll do the cushion cut, which is actually where you're getting over 3 carats in size. It's going to be 8650 on the cushion cut on the right. That'll be a 305 with 82 points in diamonds. You see it's a bit more narrow. They do the same halo with the big diamonds around it, but then they narrow the side profile of the ring on the cushion cut a bit more than what you see on the oval. That'll be $19.99 a piece. All right, last call on those, 60 seconds to go, and then we'll see who's got what. But you are getting a bigger carat weight on the diamond weight, certainly on the oval, and then bigger carat weight in the stone on the 305 cushion, and those are really, again, they're mountings we can't produce anymore. So it's bigger. I'll say this too, I hate to say this when it's Tanzanite because it's so important, but if you even were considering someday owning one of these signature mountings for a stone that you already have, let's say a stone that was passed down or a stone that was, you know, in the family collection, or a stone that you're resetting because you don't like the mounting that a stone is set in and you want to upgrade it to VS9. Let me just say this. If you want to have that mounting, the going forward price tags are going to be so much greater on just the mountings. I wouldn't wait. If I were you, don't wait on even shopping the mounting because we're not producing those mountings anymore. After we get accustomed to seeing a certain price point in a mounting like this, it's very tough to turn it over and present it at a price that's 2 or 3 times the price it used to be historically. So it's why we can't change the gold colors. It's why I would recommend, even if you want the mountings by themselves, if you want to discard the Tanzanite, if you want to turn around and resell the Tanzanite, whatever it may be, if you just want to get it for the mounting, let me tell you, that's a great value for the mounting on its own. It really is. So it's a highly valuable way to go at $19.99. Kathy, that's true. Kathy said, well, I hope your mom gets one. Well, she has a Tanzanite, but it's not nearly this color because, again, it was some of the early mine material, which, if you know, a lot of the early mine material was darker than what we see certainly in the last couple of decades. She got one that was mined in the 70s. So it was really, it was really just, again, very little known about that stone at that time on a commercial level. So, again, and hers does not compare because nothing will compare to the Blue Wing Block D. That woman has not needed to buy a piece of jewelry in the last literally 25 years. I have supplied every single piece of jewelry she's ever acquired in the last 25 years. It's been on account of myself. Yeah. And what's Marjorie shopping for? Oh, really? She got the round? Hey, Marjorie. And you said Oregon? Wonderful. Hi, Marjorie. Welcome. How are we doing on the oval and the cushion? No goes on those? All right. We will leave them here. Marjorie's the only one shopping the what? And you did too, right? Oh, okay. The oval's gone? Okay, good. So the oval's gone as well. And now we have the cushion cut, which is the 305. All right, 305 is here. Very good. Thank you so much. All right, so $19.99. That's it, guys. All right, we're on our way. Time to look at a little something else besides Tanzanite, although we do have Tanzanite pendants later in the 6 carat plus sizes, and that would be our last one there at $19.99. Honestly, I don't know if there's any hope after that, though. You don't leave Tanzanites for $19.99 when they get into that kind of level of affordability. Now, if you want to go bigger, this is the largest one I have in a pendant, is the 22 carat 95. So there is a larger stone here, as well as we'll see a 7 carat 04. We got the 6 carats here as well. I do want to show you the aqua heart shape, and then let me know if you'd like the oval or the cushion, or rather the oval I guess is gone now. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm confused. So, wow, that's pretty. There's a pretty stone. I'm just going to rely on the jewelry to do its work, because a lot of people believe the jewelry sells itself. I don't need to be here. It's just the jewelry's, fantastic. But I do need to, I think at this point, I think that you look to me to lower the prices a bit because, you know, jewelry has gone up, and we saw it on national news today. Jewelry's gone up tremendously, and yet we're here still trying to make you a deal. We have built our entire reputation for about a decade now on TV as the fastest growing jewelry shopping network in the world, and really the fastest growing network in the world, by giving you values on fine jewelry. It's not just fine jewelry. Some people even call sterling silver fine jewelry. I don't. I think that's more demi-fine. To me, it's got to be platinum or gold to be considered fine jewelry. That's how it begins. Then it's got to be natural stones and diamonds. But this is the way you get a really high-end stone, where let's let the stone do the talking here. Yeah, which one? Okay, so looks like our Tanzanites maybe a done deal now. That would be, the cushion cut is now gone. So that is important. All right, so now we talk heart shape. 112-9169 is your item number. And I hope everyone's having a good Thursday. Really do. I know this is a day that we can all, we certainly spend a lot of time as a nation reflecting today. So I know this is, I acknowledge that, and I certainly, goodness, know what a difficult day it is for so many. So it just, again, this is why, as difficult as a lot of days are, and for me as well, I will tell you that I think that it's nice that we get this time together to spend talking about something that I would say shopping is what, as far as when, you know, in odd times and stressful times and dark times, it's a nice little respite. You know, we're here for you. So it's a nice little, when you just feel like you need a couple hours away from whatever it is. And I've had so many people tell me that over the years, that it's really honestly still why I grind and do this, when quite frankly, retirement is calling, guys. But I gotta say, it's why I know how that feels, to have a little kind of comfort and have someone you know that you can just kind of hang out with and get a break from some of the stressors of life. And on this day, this significant, somber, and important day, we acknowledge that. So take a look at that. And I'm just proud that we can all be together for a bit of time here and at least spend this day really reflecting, but also really just, again, I believe in, you know, the distraction of shopping is a real thing, and it's called anachalasia, but that's a whole different story. But there's really a thing to it, and sometimes we need that little respite and break. So here we are with our heart shape, and what a perfect way, again, when we just all feel like we could use a little more love. There it is with that heart shape that is just, I've seen some gorgeous aquas here. We always bring the Sierra Santa Marias, but whew, that stone, that 8 karat 32 is something else. It is like, forget about blue diamonds, you don't need one. You need a good Sierra Santa Maria aqua. When it looks like that, and when it has that color and that cutting and that brilliance and that consistency, where it's so saturated through and through, side to side, and then it's got those bigger diamonds, which is just under a carat, in larger round brilliance that are happening on the sides. That's impressive too, because they're only 6 stones and they do graduate slightly. And then you get this massive heart, which is so tough to find in the Sierra Santa Marias. This is just another cut. This is really a one in a lifetime here. And take a look. Have you ever seen an aqua give us that strength of color? I know we spoil you with the Sierra Santa Marias quite often here, but that is next level. And I know it's a little bit big on me, but I'm just trying to hold it up there where you're gonna, you know, have it sitting on the hand when you do choose your ring size, and see what that's all about. And that twinkle, twinkle aquamarine color, where it looks like blue diamonds inside, and it's in the white gold only. At the very conclusion of last night's show, and I know a lot of you missed it, and that's okay, understand that. What I did at the very end of the show was brought you a grand finale of aquas that happened to be stones of this size. The difference is I had more ordinary cuts. They were still lovely. There was an asher. There was a really good kind of an oval, and a traditional oval, and kind of more of a roval. They were great. But this is a far fancier cut in the same size, 8 karat 32, and big diamonds on average. And you saw they graduate, but still worth mentioning that on average they're 16 points apiece. It certainly means those diamonds closer to the aqua are bigger. They're about 20 pointers. Then it's probably going to be about a 20 pointer, then maybe about a 10 pointer, then about a 5 pointer. So, you know, just a really, really nice look there. I mean, just roughly speaking. So very impressive diamonds on the sides, all in that just great way we like to do diamonds on the band, but I think that stone deserved those big diamonds, and it looks great together. So stays in the white gold. We've got the new price tag, and actually, if you were with me last night, we did this big blowout for the very end of the show, got these aquas of the same size, but in more ordinary cuts. They were down to $4,999. I'm actually going to bring this one, which is a rarer cut, in what I think is a stronger color, and we're going to make it a better price. So that way, you're not even having to spend $49.99. It gets better. It sure does. This gets better. It's not even $40, $500. We're on our way to seeing who is going to collect that amazing stone. And no, it will not be $45. We're going to make it $4,499 only. And that will be it. So a fabulous idea, a beautiful color, the brilliance of that heart shape, the way it all stems from that core, that center stone, everything just lights up from there on out, all the way to the very edges of that stone. It is so impressive. $4,499. When we tell you that's going to go, it's going to go. Make sure you're on the phone lines to get it before somebody else does. That is a lovely piece. And don't forget about those pendants. I'm going to have our bigger sizes, fancy cut Tanzanite pendants coming up. They'll all be really marked down. So what did we just do? We just saw those Tanzanites out the door as about 3 carat sizes. So that meant they were all about $670, $700 a carat. I've actually got some bigger stones. These are all, they've been here a minute. They've just been here a while. We've got that fancy little, like, it's a bow tie. Man, that's cool, right? Like a bow tie is really the inspiration there. That's a pendant that's going to give us 7 carat size almost. Also have this fancy cut. These will all be coming up also on a wheel, on a blowout trio. Look at that. That's more of a tapered style, kind of a tapered emerald cut. And then we'll also see this one with the mahenge. What a tribute to Tanzania this is. The mahenge spinel at the top of the fancy cut Tanzanite. So they will be on display a little later. They're all going to be over 6 carats in size in those fancy cuts. And they'll be coming up before you know it. So that'll be hanging out with us as well. I'm looking forward to it. But there's more on the way. There's even there's a Paraiba pendant that's coming up. A Paraiba, this matches, I know last night we had a round. It was a 3-stone ring and it was sold. Well, look at this, a match. Round Paraiba, about the same size, actually 1 point difference from last night's. There's our 38-point round Paraiba in that decorative, kind of like a floral meets a halo mounting. So we'll see that as well. And here we go. Coming up next, don't forget about that 23 karat Tanzanite. I do have a 23 karat. We can give you a great off air on that one. If you're interested, it is right here. That is a beauty. So that's something we need to let go because we've, you know, most of the big Tanzanites, what we've done at this point, we've taken the stones out and we've actually cut them. We had the big stones cut down into smaller sizes for you. So don't think that these big stones are going to be here forever and ever because that's likely to be a little different story going forward here. So we do have the highway and also our last call on these hoops. I'm so excited for whoever gets that heart shape. Trust me, that will not last the evening. Here it is one more time on the hand, that side to side across the way. Look at how beautiful a blue that is. One of our very best in aqua was $44.99. So we're going to go back to the wheel. I want to show you the ultimate hoop earring for size, for length, for diamond weight overall. We have actually rose, white, and yellow, all here made up, ready to ship tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. This is like this is the way you celebrate the weekend, knowing that you have diamond hoops on the way to your home that look like this. When we have the white, the yellow, and the rose, the item number here is going to be 1110423. And if you're thinking that seems like an old item number, it sure is, which is going to be a big factor in how this is going to be reduced the way it is in the price tag. I also have the yellow gold here. Look at that. They do have that button release, much like we saw. Now remember, we just saw we saw 5 pairs of a diamond hoop earlier sell out. We all saw that. 5 pairs of diamond hoops gone. They were the 1/2 inch. Now we're going to the other end of the spectrum, bringing you an 1.5 inches. They're an oval style, the perfect way to go when you've got an inside out shape. And when you're putting that together, I think you want that longer dramatic drop because you're seeing the diamonds through the inside. I do have the rose gold, here they are. So setting them all up so you can see the difference here. And they may not be all focused here either. When you see the further back hoops, they're not gonna be as focused as the ones up front are, but you can see how they compare. So we've got our white, we've got our yellow, we've got our rose gold, and believe it or not, that's what we've got. This is a one-time opportunity here. It's a last call opportunity as well. And you can see how beautiful and deluxe they are. Diamonds that just don't stop sparkling. They're all those VS. I know this isn't probably the first time you've seen the hoops, but it will be the last. Assuming they all go today. Now, here's the issue. I had them over the sale. They're going lower than they did in the sale because we have to find a way to get these last 3 pairs out the door when we know that hoops are very popular. We understand that about diamond hoops. We know the bigger sizes, let's face it, it's luxury. The bigger size you go, the more flattering they are. That's just a fact. The beautiful way, I know not everybody's going to wear an 1.5 inch, but keep in mind I'm wearing about a 3 inch, so there's still not going to be, and see how there's a lot of room here? Still, you can really, you're going to have plenty of clearance here between the necklines. So I wouldn't worry about, are they too long? They're just a little bit larger than what we normally do. They're still meant to be worn by anybody and everybody, no matter what kind of look you're going for. It's just such a good way when you have that inside out. Again, think about it. There's always little inside out styles that have these really small diamonds in the back, but if they're not a length that's going to show them off, then it's kind of a waste, isn't it? You're not going to end up seeing anything in the diamond weight if they're too short. So it's really nice to have that longer length like you see here with that button release. So again, a straight post, easy to wear. Look at that, all mirror finished gold. That's a lot of gold. You're not putting together too many 1.5 inch long pieces without having a lot of gold, and you've got to be quick if you want a gold color in particular, whatever your favorite is. Look how nice and wide. See how that just swings open for you? And it is this simple. It's the 2-finger push close. It locks, it clicks. I didn't touch this button unless you're actually going to release it and take them off. To put them on, you literally push, click, done. They're locked, they're ready to go. And those are, you get such a big diamond weight because they're bigger individual diamonds and they don't graduate. The back has the same diamonds as the front does. That's all that mirror finished gold. This is luxury. And we're going to take them down to a price tag where I got to tell you, $38,000 a carat for VS Diamonds is the new per carat price. So going to just go ahead and do that calculation for you exactly as soon as I get one of these earrings on, which thank goodness that's easy. You can do calculator calculations and put your diamond hoop on at the very same time because they're just that simple and easy. So $38,000. You have to times that by 363 in retail. And I know this is going to sound like, do people really pay that for jewelry? Yes, they do every single day. I watch it happen. That is $137,940 for that earring if you're shopping the comparable quality in a retail world. Comparable quality means I'm not talking about the I2s and the I3s that are out there. I'm not talking about the SI1s and the SI2s. I'm talking about VS. Again, like quality, similar quality, same quality, $38,000 a carat, and that would put those earrings without even just not even considering the gold, just talking about the diamonds alone, it would put them at $138,000. And yes, now whether they're worth it or not, that kind of depends on your budget. This is where you don't need to worry about spending $138,000 on your diamond hoop earring. Let's take another look. That's the yellow, by the way. That's the yellow. You see, I borrowed a yellow gold just to match what I have on, but also more importantly to show you that even if you choose the yellow or the rose, your diamonds are going to be just as bright, just as white. So that's important too because they are bigger. These are not little accents. They're not little chips. They're fully faceted, round brilliance inside and out. And they are, remember when they were $89.99 during the sale and that would have saved you $900? Well, no wonder they stuck around. That's still going to be $8,100. And you all, like myself, we have better standards for value. We have better standards for quality. We have better standards all the way along, and that is what it's about. And look at those. Look at them. White, yellow, or rose. Oh, my. Anyone thinking about a pair? What color do we like? Yellow. Yeah, I only have one in yellow. That's going to be the problem. I know that our diamonds lately have been more popular in yellow gold than any other color. Believe it or not, it's usually the white. That's kind of changed recently. Lately, it's been all about the yellow gold. Well, only one pair of each. When they're gone, they're gone. When they're spoken for, nothing I can do. They're all going to be going out the door here tonight. It's about the value. When I start giving away gold and diamonds for free, and you're getting so much more than what you pay for, isn't that what value is all about? Isn't that what we're looking for as consumers of fine jewelry, as collectors? Listen, a lot of people like VS Diamonds, they got more money than they know what to do with, because that's why they're going into that world of VS. They don't want to compromise. They don't want to have to get low quality stones or compromise with foggy, really included diamonds that look just kind of gray and hazy. That's not what you're getting here. Bright white, beautiful stones, and there's nothing like a hoop, come on over, to give you a beautiful style that is classic as can be. It's not 89. We're gonna blow them out. They're under, and this is what's so crazy, they're under $1,000 a carat for the diamonds. when they should be $38,000 a carat in retail, not including the gold. I'm including the gold, and we're going to $3,699. But wait, I'll make them even better than that. That's unheard of. And again, it's not a lot of little diamonds. They're big diamonds. There's a lot of gold. There's so much workmanship in an inside-out hoop earring. Think about what that requires to put together. That's not something that you put in an assembly line and put in a little box and out pops a diamond earring. That is handwork. That is labor. That is exquisite, detailed, timely setting. It's not easy to do, and we're going under $1,000 a carat on diamonds. It just does not happen. Name a store, name a boutique, look, do the legwork if you want to. But I will tell you, you can do the due diligence and put in hours of research and calling and cold calling and internet searching, and you're not going to find a better value in diamonds in the world like we're doing on this diamond earring. Not a one exists out there. If you're looking at VS, it's impossible. It's impossible. And now we're making it better than even $36.99? Oh yeah, we are. And this is why you want to get the cold color you want. If you can't decide, go white gold, because it's the best way to show off the white diamonds. It really is. And we'll make them even better than $35. Or, you know what? Just do it. $3,499 while they last. White, yellow, rose. Yellow gold gone?
Yellow gold gone.
And just like that, thank you very much. The yellow gold is gone. So I'm going to move those aside. We've got the white and the rose remaining. Well done. There they are. Last call, last chance. And I don't think we're making those again. That's the other problem. If we made those today, you'd be looking at $89.99, and that wouldn't be enough to cover the cost to make them. So there's that issue as well. $3,499, and we're going to leave the white and the rose. I sure hope not. I hope not. It's too good to stay here at under $1,000 a carat for those big, big, lofty diamonds. All right, we're going to move along. We've got the highway ring coming up. Don't forget about the heart-shaped aqua, and I will bring you the ruby wheel. The ruby wheel is coming your way. Who was shopping the yellow gold earrings? Hi, Sandra. Thank you so much. Enjoy. They are gorgeous, and they're going to be even more gorgeous on you. Enjoy them. All right, so coming up, let's do our ruby wheel. I have what feels like a patriotic day because we have these really special rubies that, of course, are blue reds when we're talking about Burma. That is the ideal color of ruby. It's not just about a red or a brown red or a purple red or an orangey red. It's about getting true, look at this, blue reds. We have got the most unbelievable rubies. And I know a lot of times they're $7,000 and $8,000, and a lot of us have to admire from afar. Here is how you're going to have not one, not two, not three, but we've got 4 options for you. I might just put this one in the front here. Actually, let's put that white. Look at that, two-tone. This one I'm going to reverse because that's actually a beautiful heart shape. That could be a piece you put alongside another ring. This is more traditional, kind of a halo feel, and so is this one. So a roval ruby up front, a heart shape, a gorgeous, this is a real classic here, the oval with that more kind of floral double halo there. I say double, it's not really a double halo. It's got the Marquise on the sides, and then look at that heart, and then look at that oval in the two-tone. So they are all going to combine platinum or platinum and 18 karat together. Really fabulous idea. They're all going to be the same price. It's even better. So that's the whole point of this little blowout is take the Burma rubies. Today's Myanmar. Of course, we've always called them Burma rubies. We still use that distinction when we talk about the origin of stones like this. And we're bringing you our ultimate high-end value. And that is exactly, my friends, what Pigeon's Blood Red is all about. If you're going, that sounds like a grotesque term. I agree, but it's a gem term. And it's a term that describes the true bright glow of a blue red stone that you just don't see out of any other ruby, because the source in the world and the origin of the stone is going to be actually usually identified by the color. And I mean the secondary, because obviously they're all some semblance of red, but the truth is most rubies are more brown red or more burgundy red or more oxblood or more orangey red or more pinky red or more purple red. I can go on and on. They usually have a secondary hue. I always liken it to if you've ever been, get your nails done. and you look at the wall, and there are, any good respectable salon's going to probably have 50 different reds. And for most people, they go, a red is a red is a red. But no, if you are more into, okay, that's the girly example. If you're more into supercars, let's think about Ferrari has a different red than Porsche. Porsche's is more orangey red. Ferrari's is more blue red. And we all take our sides. German cars versus Italian cars versus British cars. I know Aston Martin has a different red. So sometimes it's about, again, you can really identify. You could show me a paint chip of a car, and I'm going to tell you who makes that car, because they all are significant of different manufacturers. And it's not that much different, except instead of a manufacturer, we're talking about Mother Nature, because she is the manufacturer of these stones. These are made from the earth. And true chromium-rich red corundum with the blue reds you're seeing, and we have one of each. And please, oh please, oh please call it early to claim your favorite, because I know out of the 4, you've got a favorite. And whether you're going white or bold or band like the right side, or you want to go real traditional, I think front and back are very traditional, or you could go, it is more unusual to get a heart shape, always is. Rubies are not a stone that get cut in unique cuts very often. They're usually ovals or rovals. And we're seeing that here. 3 of our 4 are just that. So it's very important to get the heart shape in there as well, which also I think makes it a very sweet gift idea. There's nothing like getting sentimental jewelry as a gift. Nothing. It is the most, I think it's the most lovely thing in the world. I really do. I think that there's a lot of great gifts you can receive from somebody, especially a loved one, but I think there's nothing that quite rivals, especially the color of love, which I think we can all agree is probably red, right? It's power, it's confidence, it's red, it's life, it's a lot of things, and yet there's nothing that's going to give you that pigeon's blood red color like a Mogok Burma. So we've got the best of the best, and this all sounds like a lead up to asking for $79.99. That I cannot do. I would love to. If I could sell jewelry like that for $8,000, well, you know, I could go work at one of those other places. This audience, I feel like I'm responsible for this. I feel like it's all in how I've groomed you. And I've hopefully, if I've done one thing, it's taught you about not just quality and what that looks like and how you attain it, but it's about how can we give you that value for that quality. I am never going to ask you to compromise quality ever. I just will not. I will not. I believe that we stand alone in delivering an unusual type of quality, and nobody's going to match it. But I need to bring the value there as well. Otherwise, what good is quality if you can't afford it? We'd all just sit back and admire it and want and wish and hope for it. Here's where you get it. You make it your own. We're not going to do $79.99. Call me early, because there are one-of-a-kinds up here, and they're all going to be, we've got our 61 point here, 61 point heart shape with 65 points in diamonds. If we go to the platinum design that we see right up front, see how that's more traditional? You see that there? That's going to be, that's a 73 pointer. Actually, scratch that. That's our 84 pointer. It's the 73 pointer that's behind it. That'll be our 84 pointer with 64 points in diamonds. Pretty similar back here behind that one. It's going to be 73 points with 82 points in diamonds. And then we have the wider band with the platinum and the 18 karat gold together. That is an 80 point roval, 16 points, but they're tapered baguettes. So they look really good. They're big. They're big stones, and they do that little wraparound design. So they actually curve to fit within that designer mounting. I mean, that little, kind of those end caps, if you will, in yellow gold, read very designer, don't they? Half off tonight, $4,000 is never going to do it. We do wild things on these weeknights, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, especially as we're coming out of summertime. It's still technically summer. So this is where we get to really, I mean, I know we had the unofficial end of summer. That was on Labor Day, but we're still in the summer season. It's still warm and beautiful weather in most places, and everyone's, you know, getting into the groove of fall. We're thinking about fall. We're looking forward to fall. Here's where you get one of the truly most rare, most high-end, most beautiful stones, and not even spend $4,000 or $3,000 or $2,000. And when I've got the best of the best in rubies, and they're priced like that, you have to dial in and get your favorite, because it's not going to be $4,000 or $3,000 or $2,000. They're not 19. They're not 18. They're not 17. When I gotta move jewelry, you're gonna see prices that will blow your mind. That's exactly what's happening right now. Exactly, and only one of each, because, well, that's pretty much how everything works right around here. So you've got options, but pick your favorite. I would love to see this stacked. This could be like a ring guard. It could go next to something else. You could put that beside a band or beside a solitaire, or get creative with it, because it's got more or less one flat edge. So play with that heart shape as an addition to another ring you love and wear, but they're not 17 or 16. My goodness, we need some callers, so I'll just keep on going, because one thing is for sure, when you price jewelry too cheap, they go. And when you got platinum, and a lot of these, they feature bigger diamonds individually throughout, and we will show you those Tanzanite pendants before long. We will get those out the door as well, but I got to move every single piece up here, and we will, and they will not. You know what? You got it. Right side, the wide band. That is so fabulous. Here's what it looks like on the hand. And that, you knew that was going to go. We love seeing the yellow gold with the rubies, and you're going to mix there. Two-tone goes with everything. And they're going to, you know what? Skip even $15.99. Pigeon's blood red, Burma rubies. Where do you see that for $1,490? Nowhere. It's nowhere. We're going to go even lower, because I want to treat you to a Thursday you will never forget. Let's get you the ruby of a lifetime. You can wear every day of your life. Remember how durable a stone this is? It's a 9 on the Mohs scale. The only thing that tops it is diamonds in durability. The right side is already gone. They're not going to be 15. They're not 14. Look at this. They said sold, and they're not even paying the price that was on the air when they said it's mine. That's the deal. I give you the best prices possible, and you're not getting them for 14. You don't even have to pay 13. If you're not dialing, you're missing out. It's that simple. They are one of a kinds. They will go. They have no choice. They can't stay here. When you have a value this good, they cannot stay. They will not stay. We have too many people that know jewelry inside out that are resellers. They make jewelry themselves. A lot of your fellow viewers, they're designers, they're jewelers, they're manufacturers just like we are, and they can't do this. They can't make this happen. Take a look at what we have here, and they're not 13. Oh no, we're going to go even lower. Let's blow them out right now. Only $1,299. And this side, that's already gone. So way to go there. We'll bring these in. Let me show you. So we now have 2 rovels and a heart shape to go, and they will all be gone in a matter of moments. And that's because they're $1,299 in platinum. We got the two-tone gone. The platinum is here, and there they are for anybody. Take what you can. That heart shape is the sweetest heart. You know why? It's a real true heart shape. It's more rounded in its look, still has that defined cleft that you're getting as well. Sometimes heart shapes are really just pear shapes that are trying to be a heart. That's a true, honest to goodness heart shape. But also the rovels. Center and right side, those are rovels. That's a unique cut as well, because that's still a little separate and different from an oval stone. Anybody looking for a big diamond pendant? I've got one. New today, rose cut diamond, and that is, oh, it's all those rose cut pear shapes. Look at that. Aren't those fun? Yes. You're welcome. Here it is. There it is. The back side. That's item number 1128701. You know the difference there? It's got the Marquise and the rounds. That's the difference there. So you get 2 different varieties. Look at the glow, and I'm wearing a pretty bright red nail lacquer. And yet the stones are glowing even more. They have that transparency. Even when it's on, you see right on through it. And that would be item number 8701. It's our 73-point Burma, 82 points in the diamonds. And very much a classic size of ring. We're going to sell them all out. They got to go. It's not an option to leave them here. Not when they're that price. They can never go lower than what you're seeing happen on the air right now. And Tanzanite pendants, designer cuts, fabulous one-of-a-kinds, they're all on the way. Top of the hour, 14 minutes away. Thank you. That one in the back is gone. We have 2 now remaining. 2 to go. 8854 would be right over here on the right. And then we have our, now this is surprising to me. The heart shape has not found its home yet. A beautiful, sweet as can be heart shape. Maybe the brightest of the 4 we've seen up there. There's your close-up. The heart shape's going to give you that 61-point heart shape with 65 points in diamonds, and love that it's like a spray of diamonds on the one side. So again, you can have fun with how you mix and match it or play with that option. Set it beside another ring. I mean, just wear it on its own too. It's more versatile. I like jewelry that can play, do more than one thing for us. And that's what you have there in that heart shape. We also have that large roval, and that's going to be our 84-pointer. That is the big one. Looks like a carat all day, all the round brilliant diamonds. They're individually really nice size as well. They're going on throughout. And that really keeps that classic and goes around saying that's a beautiful classic style, but done the right way. So we're loving that one as well. So you've got a chance here to get what you love and take advantage for $1,299 only. Last chance, last call. Diamonds are on the way. Our Tanzanite pendants are here. Plus, there's a really important color change Diaspore in a 16 karat size. So we'll see that very large asher cut. Now, if anybody is looking for, I know we loved our ruby with the yellow gold accents there. I actually have a ruby that does some different things here as far as design, coming in a pendant form with a chain. Let me show this to you. This is 1129244. We'll put those aside for the time being. Here is, well, different, huh? Designer, yes. Look at how this is done. That is actually not enameling. Instead, it's gem material in onyx. So I'm going to hold it up for you. It's going to need my help here, but look at that. It's a big ruby. It's an 86-point Burma pair. It does have the 179. Actually, we have a carat weight on the onyx. That's pretty unusual. And then you get the chain with it. It's 1129244. That's an 86-point pair with a carat 79 onyx and 22 points in diamonds and a chain to go with it in the yellow gold. Just one. Let's blow this out. That's a big piece. And look at that again with the blue reds that we adore. That is the optimal color to get in ruby the world over. And there's a lot of sources. That's the thing. Some gems like Tanzanite only comes from one place in the world. You don't have any options. Ruby is very different. There's a lot of different places it's mined. So you can get it from different locales and different sources and different origins. This is very different because, again, we're going only top quality here. And you're going to get this one, you know what, just blow it out. With the chain and all, you get the chain for free. And I mean, we're paying for it, so you don't have to. There's an 18-inch chain that's coming with it in the yellow gold to match. So you can still take the chain off, and I know we like to switch up our chains someday, so you want to make that, you want to put it with your DB2Y, you can, but there it is from a distance, so unique, and boy, that if that doesn't look designer, just that fact of having that onyx around it, just that additional look that you're getting, the way it contrasts with the ruby and the diamonds, really a good look. It's a 1-inch length top to bottom. We'll show it to you on the neckline as well, and more importantly, let's give you the value you're looking for. Let's give you the value you need. This is stunning. And the chain, again, yours to use with all your favorite yellow gold pieces or give it away. Nothing says you can't just keep the pendant and give away the chain or vice versa. Keep the, whatever you want to do. It's 2 pieces of jewelry in one, and it will not be that $19.99 that it should be, and all day long, you know it. Onyx like that, great contrast with the colors playing together. I'll make it $12.99, the same price I put together on the rings, and we'll do an all-out ruby blowout. Just start to finish the whole night through. Rubies at $12.99. That's a good one. And again, you get to get the chain and the pendant. 2 for 1 there, $12.99. We will move on. That Paraiba pendant, oh my goodness, I thought this was a value. I'm doing something to honor the fact that we had last night a 3-stone ring with Paraiba, same size, actually last night's was a bit smaller, and diamonds. We're going to put together a Paraiba pendant for anybody who needs one. That is gone. Congratulations on the pair. Here's our asher cut. I know we're going to have that Tanzanite pendant special at the top of our hour. Last hour is almost here. If you have any requests, we haven't had any tonight other than requests that came in yesterday. So again, let me know if you have any requests or anything you'd like us to bring out for you. Happy to do that. It's our Thursday night, but we're getting down to our last hour in 8 minutes. So not a lot of time left. Certainly want to get you whatever you're looking for. Just say the word. That is a good looking Diaspore. Asher cut 1129037. Thank you on that ruby pendant. 2 of our ruby rings remain. 2 gone, 2 left. That's batting 500, but in this business with these values, you want about 1,000. It might be impossible to do in sports. It should not be impossible when you're shopping for great jewelry at these types of values. So take full advantage of anything you've seen earlier. We'll do some recaps because you know it's always that first hour where, yeah, the first hour is kind of not everybody's here. So we'll have to recap some pieces from our first hour tonight, but just had to show you that Diaspore. It's for fun. It's just sometimes I get to play museum curator and show you pieces that should be locked in a museum, like in a vault. Or in a museum where it basically is the vault on display, where it's still locked up, but you get to go look at it. Pieces that are locked in the vault, you never get to see. Pieces like this should be on display under lights. You're paying good money to look at pieces like this ordinarily, and now you don't have to. You can own it. You don't have to just look at it. You can own it. take a look at the piece. It's our 1602 Asher cut. It's yellow gold. It's got 38 points in yellow diamonds. Just make me an offer on it. This is museum high-end. It's got a $9,999 price tag. I know that's not going to do it today. So you could tell me what you want to do. Let's be respectful of the stone and the fact that it's our largest diaspore here, and it's giving greens and yellows and blues and pinks and purples and reds. I see some gold and orange tones, which I don't normally see in a diaspore. This kind of has it all, and that's why it's a museum-level stone. Not only because of, hey, it's a big size, but it's also on the hand here. So you can see how big it is, because that's a big, that's a deal breaker for some. We have to make sure, because this is jewelry that, unlike the pieces in the museum that sit there on a display, these are pieces we're asking you to put on your body. I am dressing you in jewelry. So we have to make sure, that's why every piece has to go on the hand or the neckline or the ear, so you understand what it's going to look like on you, so you know what to expect, because that ain't no small stone. And even right here, I mean, I'm in one light. If you think that, oh, look, she's going from fluorescent to incandescent, fluorescent to incandescent. No, I'm in one light, and look at how it's going from green to pinky purple reds, all in one light source. I'm in one light. Now look what it's doing. There's goldens, there's blues, it's purples and reds and greens. It's supposed to be only goldens into purple. This stone is so high end, it's giving more than just those two colors. And if anybody would love to own this, call me and make me an offer on it. Get us close. I'm not looking for cost. I'm looking close to cost. If it's the C2C, which is close to cost, then I'm going to say a big old YES. Okay? So get me C2C, and we'll say YES, and we'll make it WOURS. Okay? That's how we're rolling. So that's the one to own if you want the ultimate diaspora. I had one earlier. It was about 3 carats. It's a 272. It's under 1,000. It's got great colors as well. So just a reminder, these are the two ends of the spectrum here. We've got the Asher, we've got the oval. The oval's bringing that same kind of lively color play, because it is still color changing, but that'll be the 15736 we saw at the beginning of the show, and that will be here for $9.99 for a 272 stone with the diamonds on the sides. And you got a little bit of extra, it's yellow gold, but there's a little bit of white rhodium underneath where the diamonds are set. It's got that build up. It's a unique style mounting for sure, because you have the build up with the cutout details, some almost leaf-like design to it as well. On the sides, they build up, they open up to this great foundation where it just really just frames the stone and diamonds there. What a piece. And there's purple. I see the purple. It's not in the incandescent light, but it's already showing off what it's all about and what it's capable of doing. The highway ring is here, but it's a boatload of money. That's 5 rings in one. That's 5 diamond bands. And if I sell a diamond band for $9.99, I think y'all know that should be a $5,000 ring. I do have another blue wing. It's our 7 carat. I have a 7 carat oval. We sold out of all the blue wings we had earlier in the show. There's the 7 carat oval, if you like that one. And then we're about to get into the pendants, of which I have the largest here tonight is my $22.95. Something to think about and call me on, because that's the collector's piece there. Still museum reserve blue wing block D, but almost 23 carats in one stone, surrounded entirely in diamonds. 112-5692 is your item number. That's wild. And it's 18 karat gold and a 22 karat 95 stone and 89 points in diamonds that go all the way around it. It is just enormous. But you have the room because it's going on your neckline. Because I hear all the time, oh, I only wear small rings. Oh, I don't want big stones on my, well, this is going on the neckline. So I say, even if you are the teeniest, tiniest of people, or even if you're shorter in stature, or if you're more petite, or you're not, it does not matter, because you've got the room, because it's going on your neckline. And it's one of those that usually pendants and earrings are the first thing people see on us. It's right there. We're talking adjacent to your facial features. So we know the jewelry that really stands out before even rings are the pendants and the earrings. Well, here's your 1.25 in the drop. We'll take a look at it on the neckline as well, so you can see it there, how stunning that is. And the fantastic blues and reds and purples you're getting. And we're gonna make it very affordable, because why not? You know what we've been doing? I've actually had the, don't blame me, but I've had the option to choose to take some of the bigger stones and actually cut them down to be smaller sizes, so we could put together some smaller and more affordable earrings and pendants for you in recent years. and in recent weeks, and they've all sold out. So there was a need for that. So it's fair to say that these bigger stones are not going to stay forever unless you want to take advantage of them now, make them yours. That's going to be under $29,999 for the first time. And it leads us right into our top of the hour pendants coming up that are going to be 6 carats. Also larger sizes, but nothing's going to be quite as large as this one gives, of course. And this 23 carat under 23,000. Kind of interesting when you think about where Tanzanite's going elsewhere when it's low quality Block C material, and you think about what it's going for. I saw Tanzanite, the most recent one I saw on a national network. I was watching a friend of mine who I've known for, 23 years or so, and she's a representative now on one of those 24-hour places, but they rarely sell jewelry because jewelry is too expensive. So, but I had to check in and just, be a good friend, support a friend, and the Tanzanite that was offered was literally, I kid you not, it was a 2 carat, not a 23 carat, 2 carats, and the 2 carat was $1,850 per carat. It was set in platinum, because platinum's more inexpensive than gold is right now. So it was set in platinum, and it was $1,850 a carat for Block C. Light, pale. Obviously, that's probably why you're not shopping there, because you've got us on your side, helping to bring bigger Tanzanites in better quality to a smaller price tag. And like I said, it's not $23,000. That is $1,000 a carat if I'm charging you like $50 for the diamonds and the gold. So that's fair. I'd say for that amount of gold and diamonds, I pay $50 for that mounting. But it's not $23,000, and it's not $20,000, and it's not $15,000. And I get it. It's not for everybody. It's not like, let me search the couch cushions and see if I have enough change in there to go get that pendant. It's significant in size, but when you realize it's supposed to be 30 grand on this show, and I'm not even asking 15 or 14 or 13 or 12. It is $11,999 for that 23 carat Tanzanite. And I always like to point out that if it makes it a little easier, because most of our jewelry is not 12,000, most of our jewelry is 2,000 to 3,000. So I like to point out that if you're thinking, I need to have that, I see the value, but how am I going to do that? If you have a credit card that, let's say, has a $10,000 limit, then why don't we just put half on one card and half on the other? You should not have to deny yourself the rarity and the exclusivity of this quality of stone and this size and this value. So if it helps out at all to say, let me do half on this card, half on that card, we can do that for you. So it is the top of the hour. I want to welcome you to our show tonight. Thank you so much for being with us on this Thursday. My name is Blair. This is TVON. We have an hour left, 1 to go on our Thursday night, and we're taking requests if you have them. Let's take a look at this. Our $11,999 pendant leads into 3 options in the, how about this, more exclusive, because we have some exotic shapes coming up to share with you now. And it starts with the combination. The combination of spinel. And these are all going to be on their side for the moment because it's the best way to see them up close. But I also have this option, which is the diamond, little spiked diamond top bail. And then I've got another that feels a little bit like, well, it's another fancy cut, but it feels a little bit like a bow tie. So we have got 3 different options in designer fancy cuts. Still, of course, blue wing block Ds, and oh, the way these move, the reds. There's some of the best flashes of red we see come through in these designer cuts and these designer facet patterns, and you got it right here, right now. So they're all the same price. That's why they're together happily on a wheel. The trio looks great together. I gotta say, I think these colors are even stronger than they were in the 23 karat. What do you say? Right? I think so. Much juicier, brighter, deeper color, much more neon in these, what are all 6 carat plusers. So I'm going to walk you through carat weights here so we get to know them a little bit more intimately. And so you know what you're about to buy, because it is the collectible way to get them. And we just saw Tanzanites earlier sell out on a wheel. They were in rings. Well, guess why? They were great. They were about $700 a carat. They're all sold, done, gone. They're all gone. Now we get to bring you the fancy cuts. Watch this. Here's our first one with the Mahenge spinel. That really upgrades you because you've got a very rare Tanzanian only stone in the middle, or rather as your bail. I mean, it's right up top as your bail. That would be the 601 with 63 points in the Mahenge. No diamonds. Then we go over here. We're moving up in size. We have a 6 carat 14 right here, back right. 614 in the fancy cut with 3 points in diamonds as your little spiked bail of pave. White gold only, they all stay as is. And then we go to the big one, which is over here, the 6 carat 76 on your left. That has got some beaming reds. Look at that go. Red flashes galore. I feel like that's where I would go. Not to mention the big size, but also that almost like menswear inspired little bow tie when it sits vertically on the neckline. I love me some menswear. Give me some menswear all day. It just happens to be very chic right now, but there's always a place for that kind of cool look and that tie look. We've got the 676, 6 points in diamonds up top, and that'll be where your bail is. So they're all sitting bail to the left, okay? So I know they're on their sides. They're all gonna sit vertically when they're in your neckline. We'll show them to you. But all 6 to 7 carats in size on the fancy cut stones. And again, we just saw about $700 carat Tanzanites earlier. The stones here are bigger. Therefore, they should be more money. But if we're looking at a 676 times $700 a carat, that's $47.32. I just took one of the carat weights here, times it by the price we sold all the Tanzanite rings for earlier, took that per carat, put the per carat towards those sizes, and it comes out to about $4,700. I'm gonna go lower. We're gonna move some jewelry in this last 57, actually now 56 minutes left to go. Let me know your requests. Let me know if you wanna see something again. If we can recap something from the show that you saw earlier, maybe you need to look at it. Let me know what those are, we'll do that. But this is your value, they're all gonna be the same price. So right about here, there's gonna be a price tag. And it's not going to be $4,700. All I did was apply the per carat price we saw earlier to those stones. And yet we're going to go lower than $4,700. If we're going to make this happen, we got to go wild. We got to go completely lose our minds, bonkers time. Okay, this is it. And this is, I know, they're a little bit different. Isn't that the fun part? How many of you, because most people I'm talking to right now have a blue wing. You would be in the minority if you don't. And that's okay, you can get one. But if you're looking for something, a companion piece to your rings, if you're looking for, let's say you want something a little bit striking and different because maybe you are building that collection and you don't want all your pieces to be identical, what's the point then? What's the point if they all look the same? So having the mix and match where the color is true, the saturation is there, but you're branching out into a slightly different, I'm not saying, they're not crazy cuts. They're just really beautiful, different designer cuts. And lapidaries who get creative with cuts, they're really good at what they do because not every time can you just come up with a cut and make it work. And they did it for you here. And they look fantastic and they're still showing off the red flashes and they will not be $47. I just took the price and you know what? $4,500 is great. $4,000 is better. $39.99 is a little obscene. Now we're getting down to lowest levels that Blue Wing should never go for. We're getting down to regular old, remember 1850 on Block C? Yeah, I'd say just shop the better material, shop the brighter, shop something that nobody else is gonna have because these are all one of a kinds for obvious reasons. I don't have another cut that looks like that in anything. Not rings, not earrings, not pendants, not bracelets, not toe rings, not belly chains, not anything, not headpieces, nothing, no anklets, just about getting you the one of a kind specialty. And whether you want diamonds or a Mahenge spinel, remember, Mahenge is a great nod to Tanzania. That's the one I love so much because the Tanzanian, remember, we can't forget that the Mahenge spinel only came out of Tanzania. That specific color of pinky red neon spinel, only from Tanzania. So what an homage, what a beautiful tribute to that nation that produces a lot of special gems, but you got two of its more important gems together here in one with the center. So a really fabulous way to go. They're not even 39. Let's go even lower. How about 3,500, 34, 33, 32? They will all sell out. You've got, again, shorter or longer, depending on which one you choose. Obviously, you're going to provide your favorite chain to go with them. I'd use white gold because they are all indeed set in white gold, and we will truly blow them out. They're not $3,000 a pendant. $2,999, just for the record. That will come down to under $500. You know what? Let's go even lower. I'm here to move some jewelry. We have 53 minutes to do it. We got to move. Let's move pieces. If there's one way to do that, there's one incredible way to make that happen, and that is take those TVON values and discounts you know, that you love, that you can't get enough of, that the word obsessed happens a lot. The word addiction happens a lot because we're obsessed with the values. We love the idea that quality like this can be brought so low in price and you get that chance to own something, in this case, nobody else will have. And I'm not just talking about Blue Wing, because obviously there's a number of shoppers. We have hundreds of thousands of shoppers in our database who have shopped at TVON over the years. There are going to be people that have Blue Wing Block Ds. They would be our TVON family members, but those cuts and those designs are specific and unique to those individual pendants. So nobody else is going to have those, and we're going to take them down below even $29 or $28.99. You got to get on the phone lines. We're blowing them out $2,888, and we're going even lower now. That per carat price is the best I've shown you today, because think about this. That's as low as what, $420 a carat? That stone right there on the left side of your screen is the 676. That is $427 a carat. Come now, get it for the stone. Hopefully you'll wear it and enjoy it and love on it, but that is crazy. Yes. It is. That's the 676 I'm talking about. That'll be your best value. Let me show it to you on the hand here so you can get an idea of the size. Here we go, $28.88. My goodness, look at that. From a distance, just the simple diamonds up top. That'll be where your bail is. You just, look at this. Here's the length. Obviously, that's the longer piece, so that's going to be, it is the biggest size of the stone, and it looks it. And that will be 7/8 of an inch, top to bottom. Let's show it to you on. Here it is on the neckline as well. What a piece. Please don't wait on the Tanzanite pendants. Please don't wait, whatever you do. Let's go back to the wheel, show you the other options. The 676 is already verifying. Then we have the Mahenge. The Mahenge combo is going to be your 601, and then we have the 614 on the right, all over 6 carats in size. That is great news there. They are major. Okay, 60 seconds to go. And again, it's a Thursday night. If there's anything in jewelry I can show you in the next 50 minutes or so, please let me know what it is. How we doing? The 676 gone. We're verifying on that 676. Reminder, 614 on the right side. And the middle is 601 with the very important Mahenge. And I know we love diamonds. We sure do. We love diamonds. We love good diamonds. But that Mahenge spinel is far more rare than any diamonds can get you. That's a very important style to get with your piece. All right, coming up next, we got a couple diamond pieces. I'm going to show you a beautiful Paraiba. We have had some really good Paraibas of late. Usually they're getting into the 1 and the 2 carat sizes, and then it gets a little pricey. Let's show you what we've got. I'm going to move those aside. That's a shame. 420 bucks a carat, and I can't move Blue Wings? Shame on me. All right. Well, some nights you got Tanzanite people, some nights you don't. Here's what we're going to show you now. This is Paraiba, and this is going to take a lot of assistance on my part. Here's what we're going to do. It's our round. It's a point larger than the one I brought you about 24 hours ago when I had a 37 pointer. This time we're bringing you a 38 pointer, and I really have to just really advise, this is not a stone that's about carat weight as much as it is about a couple other things. Color, quality, clarity, the amount of neon. This is our beautiful Paraiba pendant. I'm going to stick with the pendants for a moment. And it's in white gold, yellow gold, or rose gold. I want to show you on the hand here. It's 112-9102. Paraiba round. Is there anything like it? The color, the clarity, the beautiful neons it has. I'm going to show you the length it's going to measure here. It's a 38-point round Paraiba with 25 points and diamonds around it. It is one of the most expensive and exotic stones in the world. And here's what it looks like from a distance away. It's going to be a 3/4 inch drop. It has diamonds even in the bail. We're going to show it to you on the neckline, as I always like to do, just to give you a true honest to goodness kind of perspective here on what it's going to look like from a distance. And that beautiful color that it has. Now we take it on over. I can change the gold color here for you, which is great news, I think. So if you want to go white gold, yellow, rose, you have those options. There you can see that designer kind of Art Deco fluted style bail, which is so attractive with the gold and the diamonds right down the middle. And I think it's creative how they did those designer details, like a pear shape in gold with a round brilliant diamond set within it, like the pave the rest of the way. All of those details add up to design elements we don't usually see. And you have all of that. We haven't done an auction all night. This is a $39.99 pendant It's never going to work. 45 minutes left to go tonight. It's never going to work. I have been blowing out jewelry since I came on the air at 5 o'clock Pacific time. What I'm going to do right now, send it out via the auction. And it's only fair. It's got more diamond weight. It's got a bigger stone. It's in a pendant. Let's go. Put it on the auction block and let everybody play. Everybody should have a chance at Paraiba. I'm a believer in that. You shop anywhere else for Paraiba, I know there aren't many places to get it, but it's going to be out of reach unless you have hundreds of thousands or millions to spend. And I don't know a lot of people who like to spend millions of dollars on their jewelry. It's just not attainable. That's a stone that requires that kind of spending in typical environments. And yet, we're going to make it better than $3,000 to open, better than $25 to open. I'm really loving $2,000 on a round that's gleaming. And how clean is it? We're right up close. You can see if there was an inclusion to be found, you're always going to see it on our cameras. It's not a photo that I edited a couple hours ago and put on a website and said, hey, look at this for $2,000. No, this is live. This is real life. And even though you may not be standing in the studio next to me and with me, you are seeing the beauty because it's moving in front of your eyes. There's no special filters. There's nothing that's contributing to the extra brilliance you're seeing of the stone. Everything else out there is edited. You don't know what you're getting until you get it at home and go, oh, that looks nothing like I expected. That's not what I'm here to do. I want you just overwhelmed with excitement, exceeding the quality you expected. Let's not even do $2,000. Let's go $1,500 to start, and it's going to be a $10 increment. And that'll be that. A big value on a Paraiba. You've asked for it, you got it. It was good enough to get a Paraiba out the door in a ring last night, and now we're attempting it on even more. More diamonds, more stone weight, and more gold, because you've got this beautiful kind of a floral meets a lacy kind of style here together. It is incredible. And there's nothing that beats the round looking like that. It's fabulous. We'll give it 60 seconds. 60 seconds, please. And then, boom, it'll go. I sure hope so. There are a lot of values. And if you have a request, get them in. We got Tanzanite to show you. And Tanzanite pendants are here if you'd like them. So Tanzanite pendants are available. I know this is so awkward to hold it. Trust me, it is, it's painful to hold it like that. But I'm going to tell you right now, it's not going to sit on its own. So, and I do want you to see the quality of that stone. The stone is what is so remarkable here. It's a 50-50 blue-green. It's got the undeniable neons that just, it does not get better. It is fabulous. And we've only got 25 seconds now to see if we got the open. Highway ring. Shall we do it? The highway ring. 5 rings in one. Bold and designer and just really cool. Really wearable. Really fun. And it's heavy. There's a substance to it. You know, we don't do tinfoil jewelry. We don't do lightweight. We like to really give you those important factors. And so that pendant's here with me. I'm going to show you the highway ring really quickly, and let's get this one home. The big 5-row, but crisscrossing. So 5 rows we've done many times where it's 5 rows that all just line up together. This is what the industry refers to as a highway design, where you've got this beautiful look here, and you have this really wild crisscross action that does not take it up to a high level where it's really bulky. It's not hard to wear. Because I know that we've all been there where whether we knew it or not, whether we expected it or not, sometimes really wide designs are a really cool look, but then you put them on and you go, I can't wear that. That's just, it's too heavy or it's too cumbersome or it sits up too high and then you're banging into everything that you do in daily life because it's always in the way. Not going to happen here. It's a beautiful style that's meant to be worn because it's going to sit relatively low. Now, it's still dimensional. What I mean by that is you can create a highway style without actually having gold wrap over each other. This is done the right way. So it's not flat. It's not just the look of an overlap or a crisscross. Instead, it's actually going to be this action you see there. You see how it all kind of wraps over one to another to another. So that's really important. The item number here is 112, actually 111. We'll use an old item number. That's better. 111-0608, carat 22. In diamond weight. So it's a biggie here. We got the big one and we're really proud of it. And it does. We got to state the obvious. And this is going to sound crazy, but it's 5 rings in one. If I give you a big diamond band in 14 karat gold, I think we all know the minimum I really sell a diamond band for today is $9.99. It's tough to do because I always tell you the minimum gold weight right now puts $1,500 just in gold. So a little different here when you've got 5 rows together, it should be a minimum of $5,000 and that'd be incredible. Instead, you get a better value. Instead, it gets to be far more affordable than that. $5,000 is never going to sell it. And oh, look at this. How interesting. Well, there's a method to the madness, and there's the ring. I know that's an odd photograph of it, but there is our price tag at $49.99. So exactly as we talked about, because it's basic math. It's the arithmetic we learned a long time ago. When you think about you're adding together 5 different gold bands, 5 different diamond encrusted gold bands. Those diamonds go from one side to the other. So all the way across the hand as you wear it. So a beautiful idea, but instead of $49.99, we've got a highway ring in your choice of gold color. You do get to choose that. That's lovely. So you get to choose if you're all about, lately everyone's about the yellow gold with the diamonds. We're seeing diamonds galore. All go out in yellow gold. I understand that. Gold's really expensive right now, so we like to make it look like we're wearing gold, because you are. So white gold sometimes looks like other things. I just wanted to show you here, the white gold's how you see the quality of those diamonds. The quality is key. The quality is evident. That's what we love. And yet it's not going to be, you know it, $49, no way it's going to sell it tonight. We got to move jewelry in 40 minutes. How can we do that? Well, it's a question I ask myself every day of my life these days. How can we do that? Against all odds, when jewelry costs more than it's ever cost in the entire history of the world, it costs more now to make. We take you away from that. So just when you think, I can't buy fine jewelry anymore, I'm going to have to stick to costume. I'm going to go buy that glass jewelry I see on the TV. Some of those people on the telly are selling glass, Murano glass, everything's plated for maize, man-made stones, lab-grown this and that. We can get you the real deal, which you'll be proud to wear. This is not the proper size for my index finger, but I really think it's a great way to wear it because it is sitting low profile, so just wanted to show you there if you want to add a little index finger ring to your collection. But the middle finger looks great too. Ring fingers as well, a great idea. It will not even be $2,500. This is the weight, that's half. We're going back. Forget about where gold sits today and forget about those $38,000 a carat diamonds. It makes no matter right now. My mission is to move the jewelry. So asking, you know, and everyone always says, but just tell the people it costs more now. Of course, that's a wonderful selling technique. Everybody believes now, you just tell the people it costs more. Just tell the people they got to pay more. Just tell the people, good people out there, that that's the way it goes. I will not, that's not effective. It is true, but it's not going to move the needle when it comes to picking up the phone and saying, that's a ring I got to have. Because it can't just be a good value or a decent value at this point to have you pick up the phone and say, I think I'm going to try that. I think I'm going to figure out if that's a ring, a style I like, a piece I want to wear. That's what I'm asking you to do. And we're not asking for even $1,999. There's nothing like diamonds. Diamonds are forever. That just to quote De Beers. But diamonds are. They are a classic. They are beloved by everyone. They are forever and they are iconic, and there's nothing quite like getting the best of like we bring all the time. That's what you're getting. We're not doing $19.99. It is $1,888 for the 122 highway. That's the most glamorous highway. I know. I spend a lot of time on highways every day of my life. That is the most, I mean, I almost hate to call it a highway ring because our highways are downright, they're ugly. It's ugly to be out there on the highways. Nothing good happening out there. But this is, again, it's just called that because of the design and the way, the crisscrossing and the overlap and all of that. Every day. I see something every day that I never want to see on the highway. The highways are just, they're atrocious. But again, this is brought in the most glamorous way. And until I come up with a better analogy, that's what we'll call it. So it's just 5 bands in one. And again, $1,888. I can't help but do the math here because you know I love some sale math, especially when it means I'm getting things for free in jewelry. If you look at that and break it down, because this is significant. I don't know about you, but I have to, maybe it's the designer in me, maybe it's just the fact that I watch our incredible skilled artisans make these pieces by hand every day, but I'm thinking about this in a perspective, taking that price and divvying it up by 5, because 5 bands, 5 gold bands, 5 bands covered in diamonds. And I look at that and realize that that would be, if you break it down by 5, that's $377 a band. I can't and don't have a $377 a band ring. Even earlier today, I'm going to show you something. Even earlier tonight, I recapped something from days ago that was requested by a viewer. She was desperate to know if we had any left. They had 10 points in diamonds. This would be more. And the 10-point diamond bands were more than that. They were not as significant. They were not as gold intense. They did not have this big size of diamond weight. Do you remember? We showed it earlier. Let me show this ring. In case you missed it, and they're still available if you want them, that's fine. We had these 10-point diamond rings that look like this. That's 10 points. You can see very clearly those diamonds are not as substantial as every bit. The band's not as substantial, the diamonds are not as substantial, and that band is $399. Those bands are $377.60. Sorry, I had to do the math. I never liked math until it came to shopping for jewelry and then putting things on sale and proving to you why values are more than values here. They're incredible lows that give you things that you cannot build, you cannot buy, you cannot do anywhere else. And even if you were shopping platinum or sterling, which are the lower quality metals in our world today, obviously sterling being the lowest in fine, platinum being a step up from sterling, but nothing is comparing to gold, and that is not gold or platinum or sterling, it's gold. It's solid gold. 5 times over together in one easy to wear ring, because it's all brought together. This is not you putting those rings together. Have you tried those rings that have that interlocking design? They never sit properly. It's uncomfortable to wear. You don't have that issue here. It's all in one, and yet it's coming down to a price that I cannot explain. Because I would rather have this ring where essentially every one of those rows is $377 than this ring, which is $399. And again, that's a lovely ring and it serves its purpose, but that is how you break down a value. And the 10-point bands are here if you want them for $399. But this is a 5-in-1 and a great way to get the highway ring that I think so many of us know is iconic. In the world of designer jewelry, never going out of style, and a bold way, trust me, you walk into the room wearing this ring on your index finger, your middle finger, your ring finger, look at that. Tell me that's not gonna get noticed. It'll get noticed. Bold, bright, and beautiful. Nothing like our VS diamonds. Let me get into, we've shown you the jewelry for the day. I'm gonna show you some things for tomorrow night. We'll just get into it a little early. Now I do have a Tanzanite. This is the 7 carat. Just let me know if you're thinking about this one. I know we had some big Tanzanite values earlier on the 2 and the 3s. Here's our 7 carat. Boy, that's got some fiery reds to it. With the, I call this the parentheses of diamonds on the sides, a triple row, a triple border there. Let me know if you like it. Can always show that to you at a discount. I've got 2 different diamond pieces. One is rose cut diamonds. This one's rose cut diamonds here. We've never had this before. Rose cut pear shapes with your round brilliance. And then we also have this yellow diamond. This one's got a lighter yellow color. Attached though to a necklace, full on collar style. Let me see what you think of this one. Here's another option we have. That's a yellow. It's a light yellow, but it's a yellow in the middle. 1 carat center with the big white diamonds around it. And then of course it comes with this entire collar done in gold. It's 18 karat and 14 karat. How about that? So if anyone would like that, blowing some jewelry out here. End of the night is here. We have arrived at that point of the evening here where we have about 30 minutes left. Highway ring's still here if you'd like it. Last chance to pick up anything from the show, whether it be our designer Tanzanite pendants or anything else you've seen. Check on availability with your operators, please, because that's crucial. You don't want to just assume it's gone. You don't want to assume it's still here. They know up to date what's going on. But here we are with the yellow diamond. Now that's a 1 carat square. It's a princess cut. Isn't that lovely? Princess cut yellow, item number 7590. We can do the rose cuts as well, but I think a lot of us get really spoiled when it comes to a lot of brilliance. We want that flash. We want those powerful, brilliant stones. Here it is with that yellow diamond in the center. It is a 1 carat, 75 points in the white diamonds, and you can adjust this. It's an entire necklace, so you can adjust it anywhere from 16 to 18 inches in length. Let's show it to you on the neckline, or actually first on the hand, just to see how this looks from all the perspectives. So you can see there, it's gonna have that great drop, and then you get a few diamonds about 1 inch and, in either direction, and then the rest of it's gonna be these bars of solid gold. And then you've got your little closure there. That is your extender chain. So that's where it's going to go if you use the, and you can go in between those links as well. Obviously 16 would be the minimum, 18 is the maximum, but you can obviously fine tune it by using any of those links you like. Here's what it looks like on the neckline as well. And this is such an important perspective to see it here, because 16 is here, 18 is around there. You can go higher or lower as needed. But what a fabulous designer style this is. And a big value, because the entire necklace with all that gold that should be $9,999 is nowhere near it. First caller gets it. Let's go back to the hand here and give you a better value on our best of the best of the best of the best of the best. And I know how many yellow diamond rings we've had out the door. This would be the necklace to go with it, and it's not a pendant, it's an entire necklace. That makes all a world of difference when you talk about pricing, because you're getting so much extra gold here. And it's going to be only for one caller at $2,999. I can't do that. If that's a pendant on its own, can't do it for that price. Instead, you get the entire necklace. That will go so fast. I'm going to give it 60 seconds, and rest assured that will be gone. $29.99, the entire necklace. It's all attached. That's a heck of a value. I cannot bring you a 1-carat yellow diamond these days for under $3,000. They've gone up tremendously. There's that big trade show that's kicking off on Monday, and yet we'll have a new updated price on yellow diamonds. Remember how the last time we saw them? In June, it was $18,000 per yellow diamond. Here it is up close just to see what that looks like. Just want you to see that center stone really, really well. Still a VS stone in the middle. What a look. What a piece. Under $3,000, and you got a full money back guarantee. So you get to wear it and get it at home, see if you like it, and then decide if you want to keep it. Isn't that a beautiful thing? Get it at home and see it in person before you make that decision on if you're committing to the piece or not. Because I know it's one thing, and everyone can say, oh, well, it's on TV. I can't see it. I can't wear it. I can't feel it. You will. You've got 2 weeks to do that once it gets at home, and then decide, do you want to keep it, or is it not for you? If it's not 100%, if you're not on board and not falling in love with this piece and can't imagine being without it, send it on back. But if you really are someone who's seeking out a big value on a 1-carat yellow, it's right there. It is right there. So let's figure out what else can we show. No requests coming in, so that's okay. We've got some big yellow diamonds and earrings I can show you. We've got one turquoise, one merengue, cat's eye scapolites here, big color change sphene. Also, a really good color change sphene is here. Let me know if you like anything, the sounds of any of that. Then call me and we can put it up there for you. The big purple Paraiba's here. I got a cashmere sapphire, GIA certified and all. That's even here too. So whatever, if anything sounds good, just say the word. I'll be happy to put it up there for you. Just a reminder that we do have our rose cut diamonds here. This is something we do not see very often. It's usually in estate jewelry. We don't do estate jewelry, so hence we don't see a lot of rose cuts. It's an old world facet pattern. It's before there was the invention of the brilliant cutting. We saw diamonds typically rose cut. Here's what they do for you. They show off great clarity, but they also give you a really big, powerful look. And 112-7857 is your item number here. There will be a total weight of 93 points in your pear-shaped rose cuts and 60 points in the additional round brilliants. And so you've got the best of all worlds. Round brilliants, old world rose cuts. The rose cuts are all pear shapes, as you can well see, including the center. The whole piece has kind of a pear-shaped feel to it. You see the great finishing. 14 karat gold, designer insignia on the back, all done in a chain that also has diamonds. There are the 2 bezel set diamonds in your chain as well. And we only have this one. Let's show it to you from a distance away. It's a new one, 7857. I'll center it up among your big diamonds. There you see it next. Look at that size. Got to get the ruler out for this one. So again, 93 points in the rose cut pear shapes. Another 60 points in the round brilliants. 153 total. Almost an inch. Chain included. The chain is going to have adjustability from 16. Oh, look, it's got 4 different lengths to choose from. See that? 4 different O-rings. You can really fine tune it. 16 to 18. Get in there. Really see if you want to just fine tune it to be shorter or longer, however you like, but this is going to go. How do we do that? The whole piece, including the chain, $2,999, the same price as the yellow diamond. Blowing out some serious jewelry here for you. It is a matter of who can dial in. And you see what those rose cuts do? They're almost like prisms on a chandelier. The way they flash, the way they give you that big, big, big look. Because again, that looks like a lot more in diamonds than a carat and a half, doesn't it? But because the rose cuts are there, they give you that bigger face-up value. And that's the difference. It's like a shallow cut. It's what pays off in that big look you're seeing there. And it's totally unique. I bet not a lot of people, unless you're a collector of vintage or estate, you probably don't have a lot of rose-cut diamonds, and they have a very different approach to the way they throw the light around. And so it's just a fun, exotic piece to get a hold of. And it's only going to be $29.99, so a big time value there. What are we going to do for our finale tonight? Anything I can show you? Maybe we need a blue zircon. Haven't seen one of those tonight. We can show you one of our bigger heart-shaped blue zircons. It is our 5 carat plus. Here's the heart-shaped blue zircon. Like a bright electric blue. It's actually a heart-shaped design. It's a pear-shaped stone. Item number 6969 actually. Call me on those last two. Boy, it's been a pendant day, hasn't it? A lot of great pendants, but most of them are here. So pendants and necklaces, and the Tanzanites are here. That Paraiba's here. If you want the Paraiba, you can grab it for $14.99. Just going to honor what we did last night on a ring that was to match, very similar in the round. Also want to remind you, we did have a cross piece earlier. It was our amazing cross with the baguettes in the round. So let me remind you of that one, because this one's not going to sit upright. And so this is going to be our pear shape. It's our 502. It has a huge 135 in diamonds, and we're discounting it. It was on sale for $59.99. There was a 10% off sale. You might remember it was everything final sale, so you were stuck. But it was a $59.99 deal with $600 off. It would have been $5,400. I'm taking it lower than $5,400. I'll save you about $2,000 off extra. It is $3,499, one only tonight. That's a one only in. Actually, you can change the gold color too if you'd like. Yellow gold or rose gold's fine. We'll recap a few pieces from earlier tonight. We do have 25 minutes to go. It's last call on our show. If there's anything you need to see again, anything you want me to grab from the vault, this is the time you got to let us know. It's go time on the values that have been here tonight. Make sure you get them. $34.99. Here comes the cross pendant. Had this earlier. It is still, it's amazing to me that when we have a lot of people who are always asking for cross styles, this is one of the most inventive a designer you're going to find anywhere, with the baguettes and the rounds together. It's item number 1118579. Let me zoom back a bit here for you so you can see the entirety of this piece. Each section is connected by a bar of gold that's all 18K. Lovely, lovely. If you are reactive to alloys in gold, raise your hand like me, because I am too. I react to any alloys. So 18 karat gold pretty much takes that to a hypoallergenic level, so you don't need to worry about it. It's not leaving any marks on the neckline. It's 18 karat solid gold. It's a carat of 6 in baguettes and 9 points in the rounds as well. So you're getting that carat 15 overall. But set in the gold, you see there, finished beautifully, ends up looking like big emerald cuts, like 6 of them together that you've propped up together, connected with these bars of gold, and it is lovely. But it's one only. And it's all done in white gold. The bail's hidden behind that top portion. This is what it looks like on the hand. And better yet, you'll see it on the neckline. It's giving you over an inch in length, top to bottom. I just still cannot get enough of this piece when you see that move. Look at this. Whether you're wearing it higher or lower, you see every bit of movement gives you nothing but this incredible flash and shine. It is something that baguettes and emerald cuts do that no other cut of diamond is capable of, is the way that's flashing. The way you're seeing that boldly, really brightly show off, like mirrors. It is like mirrors, but it's diamond, so it's giving you all the colors of the rainbow as well. And it's one color, $19.99 for the most sophisticated. I really do believe I'm a collector of crosses. That has got to be the most sophisticated style you can wear in a cross pendant. And look what it does, every little movement. It just never stops. It just lights up. It never stops. It is one of the boldest, brightest, most beautiful designer pieces I have ever been able to show you. And blessed I am to show you a lot of cross jewelry and a lot of different designer pieces, but nothing quite like that. And I'm an emerald cut girl. I love emerald cuts. It's what I chose. Again, I wear a diamond ring every day. It's an emerald cut. And it is fabulous. And let me tell you, I can't, sometimes I'm afraid to even wear it, because I'm like, there are days when I'm like, I can't be bothered today. I'm just like, I got to talk all night long. I want to be quiet. And I got to tell you, those are the days the ring stays at home because it is like a conversation magnet. You can't go anywhere wearing an emerald cut and have people not comment. It is such a lovely, amazing piece. But that is like having 6 of them in one pendant together, looking so bright and beautiful. That's a powerful piece. And I think that if you're wearing a cross, chances are you want that to be recognized. You yourself want to get a glimpse of it in the mirror. You want to feel it against your skin, right there near your heartbeat. That is what, and I don't know, now more than ever, to have that symbol of faith and strength and love, it is something that we all really, really want to have, that lively, beautiful quality, because chances are you're going to wear it every day. So always nice to upgrade to that high level quality in a cross pendant. Let's also talk about this. Just a reminder, we're going to just go ahead and blow this Paraiba pendant out. Someone's got to get this. A round Paraiba, bright, beautiful color like that. The neons, the electric blues and greens together, that's 11290, 102. The most beautiful floral type. It's like a floral meets a clover. Almost like a Celtic cross love knot too. Like I feel like this is a lot of different motifs coming together in one. Great looking 38-point Paraiba, 25 points in diamonds. I could not get the open earlier. It means we have done an entire 3-hour show almost without an auction. It was an attempt, but it didn't happen. Let's make it $1,499. Send it out right now. Last call on that one. Our highway ring is here. We've got a big old Tanzanite here too. We've got a couple Tanzanites even from now I know a lot of you missed yesterday. So what I could do is recap some of these Tanzanites I held on to from yesterday's show. That's your little side profile. I'm going to grab something here because I am really proud. And I know our Tanzanite ring sold out, and that I knew would happen. It took forever, but it did happen. I got to tell you, for those of you that are still a little upset that you missed out on the Tanzanite rings, let me show you something. Here it is, 7 karat 23 oval. Here's the 723 oval. The 2 carats and the 3 carats are long gone. So let me bring the 7 karat 23, 5595. It is actually a little recap from last evening. And that is one that I know a lot of you were discussing last night. We do have that one here for you. It also has a companion piece in the emerald cut as well, which I'm going to show you next. There's actually an emerald cut here in the fabulous white gold. Let's see this one together. This is the one, hold on, this is the yellow gold that we love so much. Look at this. Yellow gold, emerald cut. Tell me what you want to do. Whether you want the 9 karat in the emerald cut or the 723 in the oval, here's what we can offer for you. And I know there have been those of you begging for more Tanzanite rings because everything we did 2 hours ago sold out. And I'm sorry for that. I wish we had more. I knew we would need more. We didn't have them. These are last call on museum reserve stones. So what can we do? We can only show you what we have. There's no more being mined. It's long gone and done. And now we've got 2 great options, the 723 or the 9.5. You let me know which one you prefer. The emerald cut is down below $5,000. It is almost 10 carats. It's remarkable. That 9.5 carat is going to be item number 1125704. And then the oval is the 723. So 2 great options, museum reserve, best of best, and they are going to be your option. Now, obviously, you get more diamond weight on the right, you get a little lesser diamond weight on the left, but you get bigger stones. So it is totally up to you to decide. But the emerald cut is $4,699, and the oval is even less, as it should be. The oval is going to be $3,499 for the big ones. The big, the bold, the wow, the best of. And don't forget about the pendants. The pendants we brought you earlier are here for $28.88. Probably the best per carat you're going to see going forward on a museum reserve stone are going to be those $425 a carat Tanzanites we had earlier. So there are your options in the rings, some of the larger rings that we have. Don't forget about that cross pendant. That cross pendant for $19.99, unheard of. 2 of our rubies are left that we showed you. The 23 karat Tanzanite is here. The big, bold, amazing Diaspore. We had a great citrine designer ring. I do have a yellow diamond as well from earlier. I bet you didn't see this one. The emerald, the emerald cut's gone and the oval's here. Here comes the, look at that. That's the Marquise yellow. This is, it can't stay. It cannot stay. It will not stay. It's the only Marquise yellow diamond I have in the entire inventory. And I've got probably about, conservatively, I probably got about 20 yellow diamonds left. That's everything. We're not, our representatives are in Hong Kong already. They're getting ready for the show that kicks off on the 15th, which is Monday. I've got box after box after box of jewelry. So if there's anything at all we can grab for you and bring out, please let me know what that is. It can be a category specific ring. We've got 18 minutes left to go. Thursday night coming to an end. I see you tomorrow for our Friday show. We have a blast. We kick off the weekend, then we see you in the morning hours on Saturday and Sunday. So we go from late night to early morning, and we have jewelry all along. So this is important, because this is the 101 and the only Marquise. And it is not like so many Marquise that are like rail thin that end up looking a lot smaller than they are because they're so narrow. This has got a nice kind of voluptuous, kind of really beautiful look to the Marquise, so that even if you're not a Marquise person, I'm not usually a Marquise person, and this stone I love because it's got that boldness of that size, and then you've got still a great length because it's a 101, it's a big stone, 18 karat gold, two-tone together, you see that there. You've got all your great gold colors represented, the big trillions and white diamonds on the side. The double halo is there as well. And all you need to do is dial, and quickly I have one ring only. And it's the most simple, elegant style with that full, look at the undergallery, all throughout. You got the wearable design. Here's what it looks like on. That could be an engagement ring. When everybody's intimidated right now by diamonds, that's why everyone's going lab grown. I say go even an upgrade. This is an upgrade not only to lab grown, it's an upgrade to white diamonds. White diamond 1 carat is going to cost you mediocre quality right now, and a 1 carat white diamond is going to run you about $7,500 if you go natural. What would a yellow diamond be? I can make our yellow diamonds more affordable than even a basic price on a 1 carat white diamond. They're a dime a dozen. I can give you the value you've been looking for. Maybe this is the way, the foray into the yellow diamond collectible world. Maybe it's the way you get that exotic cut that doesn't look like what everyone else wears. It's unusual. Doesn't have to be bridal. Doesn't have to be left ring finger. Doesn't have to be ring finger at all. You can wear it where you want, enjoy it how you wish, but you've got a money-back guarantee to get it at home and see what it's all about, or have your best appraiser give you that evaluation and then decide. Because it is $2,999 for 18, everything about it is luxury. 18 karat gold, from the center stone to the gold it's set in to the very special diamonds wrapping around it. The whole ring, Tony, is $29.99, and it's only one. It was $8,000 when this show went on the air. And then I come up here and start giving you these giveaway price tags, like $29.99. And that is also something that would go with that yellow diamond we had earlier in that necklace. Remember that 101 we had in the necklace? Beautiful together. You could get that cushion cut yellow diamond in the necklace, and you could get the beautiful Marquise in the ring. And then you are spending under $6,000, and you have a set and a suite for life. You have everything you could ever want and need in yellow diamonds, all for one really tremendous price tag. So again, last call on the show, 15 minutes to go. We've got our Tanzanite pendants. We've got that beautiful pearl. Remember we showed you a pearl earlier that we'd never had before for $5.99. Rubies, a couple of those rubies are here as well. Our designer Citrine. If only I had more of those diamond hoops that sold out in the beginning of the show. We do still have the 3 carat 30s, the 3 carat 36s, they're still here. So we still have those, or 363s rather. 363s are still here if you want those very large diamond hoops. Okay, well here's the upgrade. This is the one. It's gonna look like what we saw earlier in a 2.5 carat, but this is actually bigger. By double. 112-7245. Thank you on the yellow diamond. Enjoy it. Here we go with this one. 112-7245 is an oval in a signature. The one I had earlier that is gone and sold was here on the show earlier, and it was a 2.5 carat. Or was it a 3? Gosh, they were all, there were 3 of them. It was a 258. Okay, 258. Great. This is a 4 carat 12. Larger stone, 119 in diamond weight, and the mounting that, again, if I produced it tomorrow, it's going to be over $5,000 to make it. So I say skip that, because if you see a ring, I don't care what stone's in it, a ruby, a Tanzanite, a tourmaline, doesn't matter. You're in it for $5,000 plus just on the mounting. So it means that the price tag I'm about to give you is a simple impossibility going forward, because the mounting can't be produced any longer at this price tag. And what you have inside of this mounting in this particular occasion, which there is sadly only one of. I told you earlier how I wished I had more than one. of the 2.5 and the 3 carat Tanzanites. That's why they sold out earlier. They're long gone. I wanted more. We don't have them. Obviously, the museum reserves are down to what we have and what we have only. Can't produce them anymore. Can't get you any more from the mine. I mean, if you've got a direct connect into the Tanzanian mine, you're still not getting any of the blue wing block Ds because they're all gone. Everything in that private collection was here. That started about 7 years ago, and now that collection is almost sold out. So here's your chance to pick up the 4 carat 12, the signature style. The inside is fully finished right there. You can see it. Oh yeah, that's a good, comfortable fit. And I'm gonna go $2,500 to open. Let's do it. It was more last night. That's why it's here. So I'll just say $2,500 to get it started, and we'll go up in $100 increments from there, and we'll find a way to get it a home. End of the show, and I'm determined. Let's have an auction. Let's have a little auction party before we go. Very impressive. And you're getting a big time stone because we were seeing $19.99 earlier. Those are all sold out, but that was a stone that's about half the size. So now you're getting, of course, more diamond weight there with that beautiful 119, the great finishing on the inside of that under gallery, and we'll give it 60 seconds to get it started. 25. Okay. Guys, this is our last call on this Tanzanite. I just got a note here. It's melted tonight. If it doesn't go, I'm doing everything I can here to make it downright affordable for you. So $2,500. We're going to give it 60 seconds to get it started. Again, this mounting is over $5,000 today. Today, the mounting means the mounting is the gold and the diamonds without the 412 Museum Reserve center stone. So that again, that's why I'm encouraging you here to dial in, because if we're going forward, and every time you see that with a ruby or with a Paraiba or with a tourmaline or you name it, amethyst, there's got to be inherently a $5,000 cost into the mounting, because that's what it costs us more than that to make it. So there's a new world of gold and diamonds that doesn't allow us to do prices like we've seen in the past. So when you see this and you realize $2,500, yeah, that's why it's a good time to pick up the phone and say, I think I'm going to put in a bid, because I could walk away with the bigger value on a mounting by itself, on a Tanzanite that's exceptional, just the best in the world, and no open on that one. All right, not an auction day. That's all right. That is okay by me. We do have a cat's eye scapolite to show you. I will get that up here next. We've got some gorgeous Morganite earrings. Let's do that. Coming up next, guys, we've got a one and only cat's eye scapolite. It's been the hot stone of the last couple weeks that everyone's oohing and on over, because I guarantee you don't have one unless you're one of the 2 shoppers in the last couple of weeks that has shopped these cat's eye scapolites. Here's one tonight. It's a 11272, actually 6428, 6428, and this is a beautiful, you see the reds? It's got like a red, kind of a bronzy red tone, and yet burgundies with that chatoyan effect. Scapolite's rare no matter what. Now we've got the chatoyan effect going on as well in solid yellow, white, or rose. You get to choose your gold color. I will say historically we've seen most of our scapolite cat's eyes in the white gold, so something to think about. And 26 points in diamonds around it. That is going to be 0 to start, $100 increments. Let's go. If it goes, it goes. I just need a piece of jewelry to go before we do. And we've got like 9 minutes. So I'll zoom back a little bit. We'll try it on. We're going 0 to start with $100 increments. And there's no reserve. None. 0. No reserve. And we would love power bids because we only have 9 minutes. So if you want the auction to end before we go off the air, you might want to consider you're putting in your best bid. Although at this point, $100 might get it because there is no open as of yet. Uh-oh. Well, okay, let's try it on. See what you think. Oh, no $100? All right, well, we tried. And for the record, I have nothing in the inventory for $100. Nothing. Not a thing. Nothing in my entire, I don't think, no, nothing. I don't even think we have anything in the inventory even under $500 at this point. So, okay, $200 we got. Who is it there, Victor, and what do they say? Kathy, is she going to make me spend $3,000 to change the mounting, or is she going to leave it in yellow gold? Because if I got to spend $3,000 to put that in a different color mounting, I'm going to be taking my month's salary and dumping it into this ring. Yeah, 400 we have. We just got 3, but we got 4 right after that. So we're at 4. 400, 500 now, back to over. Thank you very much. Back to 5 now. Thank you. You're in the lead. $500 looking for 6. We're at 5. Andy's got 500. We're looking for 6 or more. $600. Thank you very much. Come on in, guys. It's all right. The shopping for the rarity is here. And ironically, out of everything I've shown you tonight, I've had 3 hours of jewelry. That's probably the rarest stone I've shown you. Rarer than Paraiba, rarer than blue winged block Ds. I've had like 10,000 blue winged block D stones, and I've had about 5 cat-sized scapolites. It is rare. And we're at $700 now. Thank you. Who's that? Thank you very much. $700 to Donna over here. Thank you. 7, we're looking for 8. Power bids are welcome. We'll wrap it up shortly here because, well, we've got no choice. We've got very little time left in the show. So that's the way we say bye, scapolite. Bye-bye. $700. Oh, we are down to 1 bidder. All right, ladies and gents, we're going to give it a final 2-minute clock, and there it is up close one more time, and we are at 7, and there is only 1 bidder left. Well, that's going to be it. So there goes the scapolite, and melt it. Honestly, you've got a lot of, I don't have an exact gram weight on it because I don't know what ring size you're going to order. But maybe you're going to order a size 8 or a size 7, and you're going to get it bigger, and it's right now in yellow. So just if that's confusing to you that it says white gold on the air, you can see it's in yellow gold, but you can switch it if you want. So just an FYI, it's in yellow gold. If you say as is, that will be yellow gold. If you want me to change it, I will dump thousands of dollars to literally remake the mounting and then literally take that crane and transfer that cat's eye scapolite from the yellow gold to the white gold, to the rose gold, whatever you want, and you're not paying for that. I literally am. So somebody who, if you're wondering who the heck pays for my jewelry since I'm not, it's me. It's me. So again, that's why, again, I am volunteering. So this is it, guys. $700. Let's take a look. Yep, 800 we have. $800. Still a minute to go. We have $800. We have about, well, yeah, 80 seconds. So that's it. And I know we have to restart the clock because the bids, you know, we're not super sophisticated on the graphic system that we have. It's archaic. So we will, yes, do you have 9? 900 over here. Thank you. We have 900 over here. And we still have that same minute ticking down. So we do have 900. It might pause for a minute on the clock just to update the bid, but we are at $900 over here. We're looking for 1,000. So last chance, last call, but you still got a minute. If you can dial really quickly, you might have a last chance to get in. One last call. And still trying to get a few folks in here. $900. Going once. We got about 5 minutes after this, so you're still going to see some other pieces coming your way. Oh, I'm going to show you the round Diaspore. That's going to be fun. All right, so 35 seconds left. Last chance, last call. 900. 900. Do we have 1,000? We are verifying. Let's see. And don't forget about that 4 karat 12. There's a great Diaspore coming up too. Yep, we're not done yet. 5 more minutes to go. Got a great big round stunning Diaspore. Do we have anybody else? No. 15 seconds left to make it official. We'll show you the Diaspore, then we've got our Morganite earrings, and then we'll say see you tomorrow because we got a big 5 to 8 o'clock show tomorrow as well. And hopefully we will all be in the mood and ready to shop. So here we are, 900. Oh, no, we got somebody who's just trying to get in. Sure, I'll give them a second here. I know they were in right before the clock ended. Let's see if they're going 1,000. We may have $1,000. What a great piece, is it not? That is a fabulous rare. I mean, it's just rare, and it's huge. It's a cabochon round. It's got the chatoyancy. You don't need to be in a special light to see it. It's a phenomenon that's always visible. Andy, yes or no on this one? All right, 900 is once, twice, 3 times sold. Take a look. Here's the Diaspore round. Here you go, 112. 9039. Thank you on the cat's eye. Here comes our one and only round Diaspore. We've got a Morganite earring to finish up with, unless you have any requests you'd like to see before we go. Here is the 2 carat round color changing Diaspore, spinning and swirling with diamonds, double halo around it. And that will be, my friends, that's $14.99. So that will be gone in a hurry. Don't forget we had the big 3 carat 63 diamond hoop earrings for $34.99. The other smaller hoops are already sold out. We've had a lot of sellouts tonight, so I apologize that we didn't have more quantity, but that is kind of just the TVON exclusivity story. So sorry that we sold out of so many pieces so early tonight, I know, but we are showing now our $14.99 Diaspore. We'll wrap it up with some Morganite earrings. I was just thinking to myself, what is the most affordable item I have in the studio? it's going to be this Morganite earring so that everybody can still get a great piece of fine jewelry that they're excited about in rarity and quality. Here's what the Diaspore looks like on the hand though before we go to our Morganite earrings that we have coming up. But there's the Diaspore in a flashing bright and color changing round stone is right there. That's our 2 carat and 77 points in the diamonds, $14.99. Let's go back because we have moments left, as you can well see. We are ready to go here with these princess cut Morganite earrings in the rose gold only. They are stud style with diamonds that are located in two of the bordering sides of your stone here. So they're likely to sit like this on the ear. They're item number 1129215, and they're Morganites in rose gold with your diamonds. They're beautiful and they look like pink diamonds. I will tell you right now, pink diamonds have been a little out of reach for you in the past, or maybe you just don't see them in earrings. Here's a great alternative in still a very rare stone, and they are $499 as we are about to sign off. We've got 2 minutes and 20 seconds left tonight. Want to make sure that you get a chance to pick up those rose gold only. No choices to make here. It's just rose gold, and there's no sizing needed, being that it is an earring. So the stud earring ready to go for $499. Again, if there's anything else we can help you with, questions you have, you want to check on availability, please feel free to do that now. You have the phone number there at the base of your screen. That's how you reach us. You can get all your updates on where we stand with quantities. I know there were a lot of sellouts tonight early in the show. I apologize we didn't have more quantity, but again, it's why you want to be with us early. We kick off tomorrow's show at 5 o'clock Pacific time, 7 Central and 8 p.m. Eastern. So we look forward to seeing you then. I hope we can all kick off the weekend together tomorrow. We have 3 hours, and then of course our weekends are during the day, 10 a.m. Pacific time and 1 p.m. Eastern is when we kick off our big Saturday and Sunday extravaganzas. And we've got some really cool pieces. We've got a yellow diamond pear-shaped necklace coming up this weekend. It's going to be a lot of fun to see. We've got a lot of specialty pieces we've been working on, so I can't wait to unveil them all for you. But $499 for the pair of earrings you see right there in that fabulous rose gold. Please do not miss out. They are really bright, stunning looks. Of course, that is a rare cut too. We don't see princess cuts very often in anything that we do. So to get that look, and I'll show you real quick, we've got about a minute. So let me just pop them on the ear really quickly for you, show you how they're going to look. If you do opt to have the diamonds at the top, think of it like a little rooftop of a home there. It's going to be that little chevron design you see. There they are. There's that. That's kind of how they're meant to sit in the ear, with the diamonds right up top along your 2 rows or 2 edges or 2 sides of your square princess. So that's last call on the show. Thank you everybody so much. Mwah. Thank you for being with us tonight. Let's take another look at it close up, and then we'll be on our way. And again, we're still here for a couple minutes after we go off the air. So if you have any questions or want to pick up something from the 3 hours, this is the best time to do it. Don't think it's going to be here tomorrow, because I don't have a lot of jewelry left as it is. So thanks again for joining us. Thanks for watching. Thanks for shopping. Special welcome to all of our new shoppers, brand new tonight. Welcome into TVON. And from all of us at TVON, I'm your host, Lauren Blair. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow, 5 o'clock Pacific time. I'll see you then.